New offense, no, he's cautious.
Yeah, just get out of there, and that's a win right there because look how little meter now that LaFine has. He's got a lot of work to do to build up that Canadian. You see him trying to whiff a couple of those crouching strongs. Oh, there it is. Got the activation.
Link it, yes.
Should be able to kill off of this. There we go. Now, match point for LaFine.
Superman starting with 1 bar, though, important to see. So he's a danger even at the beginning of this. Big buttons taking up space. Oh. Yun on the, no, denied just like that. Nipperman away, backdash even in the walk back. Yeah, if you only take command grab, no big deal.
All right, here we go. Canadian activation.
You just have super? Okay.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, maybe. Oh, no. Missed the Kara again. But doesn't matter. Gets the cross-up dive kick into full combo.
And maybe it was just too far. I don't know. I trust these guys more than my understanding of when you can punish that with super. But there you go.
But unfortunately, it does mean that Nipperman is out of the tournament.
Yeah.
And LaFine going to move on. Who's he fighting against?
It's going to be Mr. Part 2 in the next round.
Okay, okay.
Now, last first round, top 8 losers match. Tough Gnarl and Poe.
Yeah.
Winner will play against IFD Big Red.
It's going to be Elena versus Akuma, right? It's the best friends, right?
yeah, in 6 now, right?
Coming up here to play the match. And yeah, I mean, like, I saw there is this weird timer mechanic. Like, there's some good videos out there that explain that. Like, the way there's like this weird timer that like determines when you can do things, and whenever you do the super, it always resets. So you can like buffer the lightning kicks. You have to enter all the buttons for the lightning kick within that time, but you're never sure where it is. But since the super resets the timer, you can press like the heavy kick like 4 times, and then just a fixed window afterwards, you can hit it again, and it'll just do the 5th, and that's why you see a lot of the Chun-Li's after the launch in the air, they just do walk into legs, you know? There's some interesting videos, some of them are in Japanese and stuff, but it's fascinating.
That's cool.
Because it's never existed in any other fighting game ever since, you know?
Probably for the best.
Yeah, it's a very weird thing. Here we go.
Yes.
Best friend fight. Elena Akuma, let's go.
All right. A little bit too far. Poe gets it. Man, he's already dealt half life.
I know, right? It's only 90 seconds on the clock right now. Oh, nice. Pushing herself back with that back heavy kick, back roundhouse.
Sliding under, sliding in.
Oh, no, just walked into that dive kick. Probably trying to parry. Oh, my God. That was the classic 2 overheads into the low. Sometimes it still works.
Absolutely, yeah. Uh-oh. Poe with a bit of a punish.
Oh, no, walk forward. Looked like tried to do a wake-up forward parry. It's dangerous to try to do these guest parries on wake-up a lot of the time. Wow. Gets hit and it reacts with a Tatsu right away.
Yeah, it's super fast.
Here we go. Can he parry? Got it! But as soon as you see Akuma dash forward, the nerves start kicking in.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. And now you're scared, like, is he just going to go for a crouching light kick? Because now you got to parry down, you know. Very tough situation to survive there, so.
3
First game to
frames
Poe.
on HK Tatsu.
Jeez.
Yeah, medium and HK Tatsu, 3 frames. It's pretty good.
3 frames in modern lexicon, or?
I believe it's in modern.
Okay. Oof. Wow. I'll say this right now, Tough Gnarl has not had an opportunity to get anything started in this match so far. Okay, here we go. but a good tech, and now Tough Gnarl back in the corner. Didn't punish the Tatsu, didn't expect it to whiff that fast, and now, yeah, he was just going to cancel on the super. That was outside of red pairing, just going to be a checkmate situation.
So big match point all of a sudden by Poe.
Oof.
Yeah, I mean, it can fall apart fast, but it just hasn't quite yet. Poe's played it great. Excellent composure.
Oh, boy.
His movement's been good. Oh, okay.
He wanted to style on him. He wanted to style on him.
Would have won if he had, but no.
Oh, no. I really feel like Tough Gnarl has gone for a lot of wake-up, forward parry, hard read kind of things. And so there it is. Poe going to take that one 4 rounds straight over Tough Gnarl.
Very much in control. So now we're down to the top 6. And we're probably going to be going to part 2 versus La Fine Shit. Yep, that's what we're up.
Mm-hmm. Yep, moving on to the next, the losers quarterfinals.
You got it.
After those 2 matches play, we'll be returning to the winner side. We'll be able to see Frankie and Yogurt Brain. As you said, it was a 2nd and 3rd place at the Jazzy finals, right? I think you mentioned.
Yeah, I think that's right. Let me look it up. Yeah, you got it.
Dang. Rematch.
Yeah, 2 really strong players for sure. Here's what we're looking at the moment. We were just talking about it, but here's the graphical proof. Frankie and Yogurt Brain up top. As you mentioned, we're going to get to that in a little bit. We got part 2 versus Fine Shit coming up now.
Then Big Red and Poe right afterwards. Again, I hope everybody's enjoying some of this third strike action going on. It's always fun to see just how these games continue to evolve. I mean, 25-year-old game. 25-year-old game, and honestly still looks absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, it's 27-year-old game at this point, I think. Right?
Is it?
I believe 99 it came out.
Dang. Okay, okay. Oh, looked like he was trying to parry something else afterwards again. All right, so Mr. Part 2 trying to push him to the corner. Yep, stand heavy kick, stand roundhouse.
What a parry on the other side.
And now he's going to be able to activate. Here it comes. Can you survive this? Oh, there it is. Got the hit here, and now he's going to be able to build. Oh, no, didn't try to go for it. Woo! Couldn't get too much more after that launch.
So he gets to start the next round by getting the party started right away.
Yep, sometimes you see him just activated like at round start.
Here it is, for sure, yeah.
There it is. Going to get hit, but
he got hit by kunais, and he was like, all right, it's my turn.
Unfortunately, he was too close, and Ibuki was standing when he got the lunge punch at him.
Part 2 on the back foot. All right.
There's a turnaround, but he recovered in time. And now he's going to get the activation again. He got the mid-screen. Yep, there it is. Oh, couldn't keep it up. There is that.
It all worked out.
Difficult combo to pull out there, but 2 rounds straight, just like that. This is what Ganejin can do to you, especially a character like Ibuki without that much health.
Yeah, that's for sure.
She has the least amount of health?
No, Akuma has the least amount of health.
Of course. Yeah, of course.
Right back into it. Oh, that's good music.
Timeless music. For sure.
Back to the James Bond theme. You know, there were moments definitely where Mr. Part 2 had pressure, especially towards the start of the round. This one, not quite as good for him at the beginning. What a link afterward.
Yeah, just get that off of the universal overhead. See, look at Ibuki's health just melt. And then gets with the command grab. Yeah, LaFine shit has just been rolling through Mr. Part 2 here. Unfortunately for Mr. Part 2, something's got to change here. Ooh, did get the full 4-hit combo, but yeah, the neck breaker blocked and punished, and then he looked like he tried to parry or something. And here we go. Look at this combo here. Man, so much damage on Ibuki.
What a parry, okay.
Oh, tried to fake it and get that throw. And just using the backwards kunai right there just to kind of buy some time, it feels like, and try to keep Lafine shit away. He has a chance to take his first round here.
Oh, man, he would love to prevent an activation. I don't know if he's going to get there.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
Yeah, here it is.
Activate, and he's in the air.
Oh!
What a parry! But it still wasn't enough. He got hit, but he drops the combo afterwards. Still a chance. Mr. Part 2 with the slide. And I feel like at that range, if it was blocked, he would have been punished as well. So definitely had the fortunate situation that Lafine shit was actually standing.
Trying to chase here as Part 2 just wants to deny activation. Not going to happen.
Yeah. It's so hard to deny activation from even. Oops.
Well, that said, there hasn't been an activation. Finally, here it is.
All right, empty low, but he drops the combo afterwards.
Yeah, I mean, you would call that a win for Mr. Part 2.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. But again, still down in health. Doesn't have any meter for a super just yet either.
Woo.
Oh no.
Any hit is going to be into agent at this point. Lafine shit backs off. No.
Oh, he's trying to stay close so he can't just activate, but that's why you see Lafine shit back off, and yeah, just shuffling on in there. He tried to parry it.
Part 2 finds the hit! With the far kunai actually hit instead of the young Fierce hitting it out of the sky.
Wow. I mean, Lafine shit was looking for the victory right there. He wanted to parry that whole entire thing.
Yeah, true.
Oh boy. Still in it, Mr. Part 2. Let's go.
Stealing a turn. Backs off, already got a bunch of bar. Here comes the pressure.
Ooh, okay. And now the fake meaty right there goes for the throw. That time was a little too far away.
Part 2 wigging a big time stun it is, and he's at match point.
Wow. Sometimes you just get that win and then everything starts to flow afterwards. Momentum is real. Ooh.
Jump.
Whoa,
I
and a
got
beautiful
dashed away.
down parry. Stayed in the front. Good throw tech. Hasn't been able to activate that Ganagin just yet. Finally gets the air-to-air, so he's got the activation, and he's going to just kill some time off.
And some health, man. Here comes. It was a weird timing. Mr. Part 2 takes the set and moves on.
Wow. It was looking like a free win for Lafine shit for a while there, but then Mr. Mr. Part 2 pulling off that victory in the second game, and he just rode that momentum.
Woo!
It is Snoopy.
Let's go. That was sick. Great play. So he moves on into loser semifinals, and it will be either Big Red or Poe who he plays against. Under the persimmon tree.
All right. Again, you guys are watching Frosty Faustings 18. They've been running, I mean, this is the first year that it's gone officially full 3 days also. Just tells you how big this tournament has gotten. First year I showed up here, we were in the previous venue, small place. All the retro games were just kind of in the hallway outside of the main ballroom. And it's grown so big since then. And, you know, as EVO, CEO, Combo Breaker, all those 3 events have grown so much larger and larger. Frosty Faustings, I feel like, still has a lot of that grassroots feel to it, you know, and it's wonderful to see. And you see all these people here enjoying some retro action in essentially the retro room here. But this tournament has taken place in the same venue for several years in a row now.
Yep.
It's a nice venue too, so.
Yeah, there's a Harry Carey's here.
That's the main restaurant at the entrance, right?
Yeah,
okay. right, here we go. Poe and Big Red on the other side of losers bracket. We had LaFine go out, tied in 5th place. We're going to find out who the other player going out at 5th place is, and which player between Poe and Big Red is going to be moving on to fight Mr. Part 2.
That is the question.
Got the Shoto match over here.
Yeah, two quite different characters, even though they have so many of the same, or similar, I should say, normals. Very different game plans.
Well, so far, Poe has been doing a great job here, but now Big Red finally gets a throw in here. Fakes a meaty. Tried to catch Poe, perhaps. Wow, just ran into a bunch of buttons, and all of a sudden, Big Red's life is all gone.
Yeah, well, he can kill in the next hit, so it's...
Yep.
Okay,
Oh.
nice job by Poe escaping.
Yeah, wake up backdash. Get that punish there.
You are never secure as an Akuma player. Always you can die.
A lot of characters even have like guaranteed kill situations with the right starters. Ooh. Doesn't choose to spend any meter just yet there. Oh,
Yeah.
nice chase down. Beautiful stuff.
Oh, gosh, that was nice work.
Okay,
He's gonna get the bounce. That's cool.
Yeah.
You got Oki.
Yep. But unfortunately, Big Red doesn't have any super meter built up right now.
Well, he will in the next.
Yeah,
might
he
just
could-
need DED there.
Yeah, he could actually. Okay. Oh. Yeah, he was at just the right range to be able to just do that, crouching medium kick into super. And if it hit, he would have got the meter.
Yep, the option selected.
Yep. But not going to happen, Poe. Take game number 1.
Yeah, nice play. I continue to really like his neutral game as Akuma. So many different ways to play the character. He's got a cool one. And they're in. Big Red with the whiff punish to start things out. Oh my God, you've been murdered.
Dude, that was 3 hits. Where did his health go?
Yeah, deleted. Oi. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, since then, Poe reestablishing neutral.
Yeah, but Poe hasn't gotten hit since then, and he still has less health.
True. It's the name of the game. You know what you signed up for.
Yep.
Oh,
dash right under.
Dash. Uh-oh.
Whoa.
That mini EX fireball. He's going to pay big time.
No,
He
he's
lives.
still alive! And that traded!
Wow, yeah, I'm sure it was EX fireball. What a bummer.
Well, I mean, as soon
Red.
as it happened, you saw Big Red reel in his seat. So.
Obviously not the intention.
Yeah.
We'll see if he can get back in the game. Here's one.
Oh, no punish there, but actually still going to get the throw. Tried to parry the jump attack, but
sick
it was
punish.
a demon flip. But yeah, there we go. Big damage. Oh, watch out for any tricky Raging Demon setups. Oh, but didn't kill.
Can you get the parry? But what else is coming is the question.
It's so hard. It's so
lows.
hard.
It was 2 low shorts, and it's Poe who moves forward.
I mean,
Unfortunately for Big Red, there was that one big miss that had a huge consequence. I'm sure that's what he's thinking about. But congrats to him otherwise. Played great.
but I mean, honestly, I felt like he had enough health that after he parried a few of them, when Poe dashed up, he could have just switched to crouch block.
Yeah, you could have blocked.
Right? Yeah, and I think he would have just lived at that point. But
Yeah, I mean, it could have been, very commonly in that situation, it's just another hurricane kick, right, which you have to parry to not get chipped out and killed. So hence the crouching short as the mix-up against that.
yeah.
All right, we're in top 4. We have Frankie BFG and Yogurt Brain in winners finals. That's going to be 3 out of 5. And losers semis, Mr. Part 2 and Poe.
Yeah, Frankie BFG, Yogurt Brain. As we said, 2nd and 3rd place. I mean, that's really interesting because obviously Yogurt Brain from Midwest area, Frankie BFG from New York, and if I'm not mistaken, the winner of that was Amir from Southern California. So kind of representing all three areas right there. It's actually cool to see that, you know, it was so well spread out that way. And Frankie BFG on the right, as you can see. Yogurt Brain on the left. Going to expect to see Ibuki versus Ken.
Yep, we're in. Winners finals. Frosty Faustings 18, third strike. Frankie away.
Yeah.
Tried to get in there for the grab. He was a little bit too far.
All right, throw him back into the corner here.
Yep, under the persimmon tree. He's got more pressure.
Oh,
What a big catch.
yeah.
Oh, man, they built meter in doing it.
And look at all that damage now. Just like one throw here. Oh, okay. Gets the shimmy here in third strike. The third strike shimmy. Interesting. A lot of neutral jumps from Frankie here. Again?
Yeah, he's probably thinking about forward, medium kick forward, roundhouse, that
Yeah.
kind of stuff.
Ooh. But does
Air
put himself
approach.
in the corner.
Yogurt Brain.
Ah, yeah. Just went low. And did it again, and that should do it right there. Game number 1 to Frankie BFG. If I'm not mistaken, this is 3 out of 5 now, correct? Yeah, okay. So Yogurt Brain, gotta make some adjustment here. Frankie BFG has been playing this game for so long. Definitely one of the best Kens that we have in the country. Here we go.
Ooh, tricky. It's a cool little anti-air solution. Jab into sweep. He's got pressure now. Corner. Nope. Frankie's out.
Good sweep. There you go, Yogurt Brain landing the right a combo. You can see how careful Yogurt Brain's approach has been because Frankie BFG has been able to kind of stifle the offense from Yogurt Brain in the previous game a lot.
Oh, yeah.
So Yogurt Brain's not trying as much, but still, every time he tries to go for anything, then we just got that parry on the forward heavy kick into the combo, and now Frankie BFG 1 round away from taking game number 2 just like that.
Yeah, when they played at Jazzy in the bracket there, wow, that was a sick parry. Frankie 3-0'd Yogurt Brain in losers finals, so that's that series. I'm sure that there's been action since. It's the established result. Just outside of the roundhouse.
Yeah, this is a good start for Yogurt Brain. Has kind of a life lead here. Not sure if he wants to be too aggressive here. Maybe kind of force Frankie into having to initiate the offense here. Yeah, just empty jumps and blocks and tries to get out of there, but Frankie BFG does find the hit. Not gonna combo.
Yep. Oh, so cautious right there. And man, there was so much blocking and Yogurt Brain was so cautious and he happened to get hit on the one time Frankie pressed the button. Perfect timing by Frankie.
Oh,
medium.
Couldn't get 2 parries. Hit out of the air. Nice. But look at, just needs 1 more hit. Does Frankie. Oh, and the walk back sweep. Perfect. And now Frankie BFG 1 game away from grand finals.
On the winner's side. Well, it's up to Yogurt Brain to think about what the solution is. I know it's not easy, but he knows that.
Yeah, but not going to change characters.
No.
This is his character. Ride or die with the Ibuki here.
Ride or die. You said it well.
Unintentional, but I like it. Oh, yeah, just scooping him out of the air with that jump medium kick.
Oh, sick.
Ooh,
Let's go.
red
Almost
parry.
stunned too. Frankie in trouble. Here goes.
Oh, he shook
my
out so
God.
fast. He was greedy there, but he's going to get the neck breaker to get the round anyway. It was kind of a situation where he probably should have just went for the combo straight off the ground. But that's what this kind of pressure brings to you when you're down 0-2. You're like, I got to do the max damage, in every situation. Oh, there it is, the link. Crouching strong into Shippu.
Frankie, all these individual hits still adding up. Very tricky movement that he has right now, too. Here comes a chance by Yogurt Brain. Frankie knew the side.
And there, too. Wow. Definitely looked like it was going to get to the other side over there, but had the parry in the correct direction. Keeping Yogurt Brain alive just a little bit here for this round. Is he punishing time? No. Just got to block that whole entire thing. Oh, no whiff punish. But he does get away here. Keeps trying to build meter. You see those standing strongs right there. Building a little bit of meter as he can. Oh, what the?
Maybe trying to move, jump, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but as soon as he got hit, you saw Yogurt Brain just kind of the hands just come up like, what?
It's match point Frankie. I mentioned it was 3-0 when they played, and Jazzy is looking like it might be the same. Here comes Frankie to start the round. He's got the corner.
Yeah. Ooh, actually worked out for him.
Okay, he's got the answer. Frankie BFG into grand finals on winner's side. Let me tell you how his tournament day has gone. 2-0 over SCRM, 2-0 over Helm, 2-0 over Amerikame, 2-0 over the Nom 7, 2-0 over Nipperman, 2-0 over Big Red, 2 and 3-0.
Well, I should get going.
Not without dessert. Oh, DoorDash is on the way.
Deactivating Nirvana in the process.
Look at the throw. That throw involved goes a long way sometimes. And there it is. Empty jump low. Drops the combo. Oh, all right. Once again, XCal has a sliver and a long way to go. Plenty of meter. Okay, it was started. Fuko's starting to evade the fireball. Okay, gets the first. This is so close. Oh, my goodness. If you block anything, you're going to get chipped right here. Like, you're going to hit the preempt, hit the barrier. Counter assault.
Wow, the JA actually connecting there, but a great match there from Fuku with that 2A. I feel like I'm going to be saying that a lot as well because these 2As, these Nash callouts have been so clean from Fuku. And I love too how he's remember how he said he never really overextends?
Yeah.
How often have you seen him use drive on defense?
Not at all. Once, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Hardly.
Drive. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Like
no.
5D, 2D, 6D, right? He's hardly used it at all. And instead of just relying on his more solid, reliable buttons like 2A.
That's fair. Let me go ask him during the match. Let me go ask him.
Hey, tap his shoulder.
Go. Akuma.
From New York, Mr. Part 2, Chicago area. And he's going to turtle out the character select.
Sometimes when you play online, you find people who do this intentionally.
Yeah, I know players who did it in real life. Yeah, for sure.
But here, I just feel like both of them just wanted to give themselves as much time as possible to think, to prepare, to mentally get themselves ready for this battle.
Oh.
Okay.
And he knew it, too.
Yeah, well, she definitely doesn't have to worry about blocking the Tatsu while crouching, so definitely a lot easier to punish than for other characters. Oh, deep dive kick.
Wow. His mix-ups, both mix-ups with respect to high or low parry are really good. He's able to make great hay out of that.
Oh, good parry. Good block on both of the jump attacks. Oh, no. Hit him out of the air. Wow, he just went for it. And he went for the EX. Did he have the super at that point? I'm not sure, but that parry into the crouching forward, into super. Here we go. Poe with the mix-ups. Just gets back, yeah.
Oh! He thought there were more!
Yeah, he thought there was another one. Oh, the teleport!
Man, teleported straight underneath. Teleported again. And got the W.
I mean, was that just at a height or range that if he stood there it would have missed, or did the second teleport, did the first teleport actually end like right in between two of the kunai, dude? That was crazy.
That was a gnarly end. Oh man.
Woo! And he was probably trying to teleport the other direction, but maybe the crossing over caused it to go into the corner. But regardless, it all worked out for Poe. He's up 1-0. This one is back to 2 out of 3, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
So, Mr. Part 2 now, back against the wall.
Chunky damage. And a rare wake-up parry here from Poe makes it work. Looking for, oh, wow. Any movement was going to make you dead for sure.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
That was also just a setup to force parry into mix-up.
Yeah, I mean, he had no health left right there. Would have chipped him to death. So now match point here for Poe.
Okay, a little bit of damage out of this guy.
Yeah, but even for a character like Akuma with how low health, you see the kunais don't do a lot of damage.
Yeah.
Kunais are more for kind of annoyance, controlling
Little
space.
babies.
Oof. Whoa.
Yeah, again, Poe's mix-ups between high or low parry, so good.
Oh, didn't get the combo afterwards. And that's, oh, I thought he was going to go into super.
I think he's on top of it. No, he
Oh
takes
my
the hit.
goodness,
Where's the parry
yeah.
coming? Yeah, that's the only question, and he guessed wrong again. Shout-outs to Poe on the mix-ups there against parry. He killed it on that. So Mr. Part 2 eliminated in 4th place.
Yeah, but shout outs to him as always, doing his best work, trying to keep the Jazzy circuit going.
And doing a great job of it.
I mean, Jazzy circuit honestly it's been around for a while now. It's really kind of set the standard for like community run national tournament.
Oh, yeah, 100%. Yeah, this is season 7 that they're in now.
Ooh, dang, that's crazy. Good stuff, good stuff. But now Yogurt Brain and Poe are going to face up against each other. So Poe has to fight yet another Ibuki.
That's right.
Of course, we saw Yogurt Brain and Mr. Part 2 go up against each other earlier, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, there it is. Okay. So we had the Ibuki mirror before. We could have almost had that Ibuki mirror again.
True. Yogurt Brain already seated.
Yeah.
Ready to get going. Big thumbs up comes from the TO.
You can see the little leg shake there too, showing
Yeah.
signs of nerves.
Sure, who wouldn't, man?
Absolutely.
Losers finals, we're back to 3 out of 5. Yogurt Brain representing Logan Arcade in Chicago. Poe, New York, hoping to get the match in grand finals against Frankie BFG, New York.
Here we go. Akuma versus Ibuki. We just saw this match. But as we mentioned, Yogurt Brain 3rd place at the Jazzy Circuit last year. Ooh, air fireball blowing up that DP. And now look at this. Poe into the corner. It's 2 throws now. Good tech on that 3rd one. And into the air throw. Nice. That was sick. But again, another parry from Poe. Both of these players have been parrying a lot of each other's attacks. You saw that empty jump from Yogurt Brain once again into the throat. Whoa.
Tricky.
Yep, good defense right there from Poe, and then just gets a throw and a miss parry in the air from Yogurt Brain. Poe takes round number 1. Nice. Didn't jump cancel that one.
Oh, wow.
Just went through, just ate up all of those kunai. Nice throw tech. Yeah, you can see how Poe kind of going back to a little bit of defensive style here. A lot of neutral jump fireballs and using that fireball to kind of control the space. Nice! Oh, but a double hits from the air from Yogurt Brain. I love that wake up right there. He was expecting maybe a DP or something like that, but instead goes for the hop, catching Poe off guard and then finishing off with the super. Obviously, he wanted to parry it. He was afraid of getting chipped to death. Recover the time to parry, to block after the parry. Oh, the reset. Oh no, he landed on the ground. See right there. Parried a couple of them and then just blocked the rest of it. Smart stuff.
Oh, okay. Link it. That was a sick little link. Looking for chip.
Okay, yeah, gets away. Oh. Ooh.
Poe staying alive, doing his best to evade situations. He's trying to hunt for that hit.
And he was trying to build his meter too.
Yeah, exactly.
He's got the level 1 now, so the comeback is going to be a little bit easier if he can find a hit.
Oh!
And a parry right there. Still not dead yet. The forward heavy kick catching the jump back in the corner. Yogurt Brain with game number 1. This is back to 3 out of 5 here for losers finals.
I really like the delay on that game-ending forward roundhouse right there.
Yeah.
Not just that, but he picked a button choice where if the opponent had jumped or really done anything other than just stay still, the roundhouse was going to connect. So really good ending solution.
I've often talked about in, even in other games, having this kind of syncopation, throwing your buttons not on the beat, like unobvious timings. There's no fighting game out there where that is more important than Street Fighter Third Strike here.
Absolutely right.
Because, the parries are always there. You have to learn such a unique rhythm playing Third Strike compared to a lot of other fighting games.
Oh, look for parry. Wake up!
Woo. Caught the forward dash. Tried to slip in that overhead over there. That time went for the low. Good parries, but couldn't get the third one, which means now Poe just needs to do a little bit of damage here to take this round. Ooh.
Yeah, he just needs one hit. There it is. The medium kick, pulling the hurt box back a little bit.
Standing medium kick is so good.
It is.
It's good button that just kind of controls that space right in front of him.
Met him in the sky. Yogurt Brain. Okay. Nice chip to stay safe.
Pretty significant amount of chip.
It is, dude. Yeah.
Oof.
Pretty significant amount of stun. That's how the matchup goes.
Oh, demon flip throw. Wake up jump for the air to air. Okay.
Got him.
I feel like.
Oh boy. Oh, it's gonna be so much.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
One more. Oh my goodness. Yeah, you just see Yogurt Brain trying to get out of there. He missed with the stun. Yeah, that's a tough situation there. You have to parry forward and then down really, really fast. Poe ties it up 1-1. I was just about to say, I feel like Yogurt Brain had been getting a really good read on Poe's timing, and then Poe was just like, time this, and got the Raging Demon. And that just swung it all around instantly. Yeah.
Looking at the notes. Getting ready for the next one.
Mm-hmm.
It's so cool watching a Third Strike crowd where people are just grooving to the music constantly. Half the people in that picture right there are like, I'm not even sure that they're aware that they're bopping their heads.
Right.
It's like so minimal.
What do they say? It's like a trap style music, I think is what they called it. I mean, appropriate for a fighting game, honestly. So, let's see here. Yogurt Brain with a good pressure into the corner. Poe gets out of there, but he's already down, like, all of his health here.
Yeah, I love the chase by Yogurt Brain. Okay, hey, that's the start.
Yep, now another throw. Caught him.
Dude, he's catching up big time. A hit confirm here is going to kill.
Right.
Is he there? Not quite.
But it had to take a little bit for block damage.
Yeah, that wasn't worth parrying.
Ooh.
Definitely agree.
Okay. We've seen Yogurt Brain do that a couple of times now. You know, the walk right up and try to shimmy a little bit, and then just walk right back and throw when he sees nothing happen. It really feels like Yogurt Brain is winning so many interactions, but then Poe only needs to win a few to catch up in the health, which is Ibuki life, you know, but it's Akuma life as well.
Yeah, yeah.
But Akuma definitely just dishes out damage a lot more.
Got a chance. Here's Poe now. Oh, wow. That's funky.
Yeah, just goes into the super just in case he blocks it, you know. Not really sure because it's not going to get much juggle afterwards. Oh, not quite dead yet, but it's going to... The trick has worked almost every single time. Yogurt Brain up 2-1.
Poe looking at the skies, thinking about what he could do differently.
Yeah, look at that intense stare off to the corner where nothing is there, but you know, gotta think of something here. Not gonna make any changes though. Still gonna be Akuma. Still gonna be Super Art 1.
Yeah, back to it. Yogurt Brain 1 game away from getting the rematch versus Frankie BFG. It's Poe who finds it first.
Nice. Down parry works against the standing jabs. Oh no, tried to press a button after that heavy punch after the fierce. Was ready for both jump attacks. And look at this, Poe looking really strong here. Just needs one good hit.
Hey, got him. Dash up, down medium kick, suddenly with a stab.
Goes to the other side into Kara throw. Now a lot of chip damage. Look at how much chip Akuma. I mean, he took like over 10% from chip right there. Oh, he's always ready. And so now Yogurt Brain might have to do just the one jump attack. So he tries.
What a dash to escape.
Oh no, but couldn't get the air-to-air. Poe actually had a button early enough, and he's going to take game number 4, and we are going to a final game here in Losers Finals.
Again, it continues to be the case that Poe has really made so much out of the high parry or low parry mix up against the opponent right there. That was him doing medium kick into, oftentimes it'd be hurricane kick, right?
Right. Mm-hmm.
But instead it was the delay into crouching medium kick instead, and Yogurt Brain just wasn't expecting it. Shout outs to Poe, man. The mix-up has been killer.
And here we go. This is it right here. This is the one to figure out who gets to grand finals to go up against Frankie BFG.
Who nobody has taken a game off of.
Right, and Poe, by the way, has started this top 8 from the loser's side. So he has had a long road here, but he is trying to get to grand finals. Oh, nice. Canceled into the Tatsu to get the hit.
I wish I noticed it earlier, but it's a run back. There was Yogurt Brain 2-1, sending Poe to the loser's side in the first place.
And it would have been again. He got up 2-1.
You're right.
He got the lead 2-1. So in other words, these two guys are really back and forth.
Yeah,
here.
that's for sure, dude. Oh
God, it just eats. Because the kunai is not like a real projectile. It just gets deleted by the super like that. And here we go. Poe might be trying to get revenge. It's always a bad feeling on the run back when you guys win the same amount of games, but you're the one that got eliminated, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, the overhead.
Oh, big stun.
Close to stun, yeah.
Hoping to hope on parry. Too far! And anything will do it now. Yogurt Brain.
Oh no,
Poe
mistimed the
busts out.
meaty. Uh-oh, one hit. Oh boy.
Took the hit, no super.
Yeah,
Can you do it?
I don't know what he was going to try to do right there because he could have maybe tried to teleport. He could have maybe tried to parry, but here we go. Final game, final round. Poe versus Yogurt Brain, let's go.
keeping it neutral early on. It's Poe away, as he often has been, trying to set the Tony. Dashes in all of a sudden.
Ooh, no cancels into super and gets caught by the Rida.
Great chip. Oh, my God!
Ooh, a red parry at the very end? I mean, why not go for it,
He's
right?
got those 2 bars, demon kills.
Oh.
All of a sudden, Yogurt Brain active. Lots of individuals. He finds it on the other side. And Yogurt Brain will take out Poe again. Send him to loser's side earlier. Send him out of the tournament in the end of this thing. And he stays alive in the bracket.
What an end right there. What a match between these two competitors. Round of applause, everybody, for Poe finishing in 3rd place. And of course, I guess they can't hear me out there.
They can't hear you. No.
Okay, all right. Well, Yogurt Brain now getting to grand finals over here.
I had to do this just to make
I know.
make it sound like on the screen.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
I'm sorry to everybody's ears. Yeah, it is Yogurt Brain with the rematch now against Frankie BFG, and I went through the litany earlier.
Winter's better when you're prepared.
This one off, John.
Like you said, all day hasn't lost a game yet.
Tough situation. But yeah, man, the crowd really blew up on that one. What an end.
Yeah, especially at the start of that last round. They were all screaming and hooting and hollering out here. So
Yep, that was awesome.
It's good to see. Good to see.
Yeah, I love
Good to see that
stuff.
kind of excitement for a 25-plus-year-old game.
Definitely.
It's just great to see because, Vampire Savior earlier this weekend, super hype. CVS2 earlier this weekend, super hype. Got some Super Turbo, super hype.
Yeah, man. We're taking a look at Bunch right there. He's talking with Min. They were talking about how they think New York is still going to take this. Of course, Frankie BFG from New York. Both of them are as well. Shout out to Bunch. He had a really deep run. He made it into the top 24 after losing pretty early. Good job, man. That's awesome.
Yeah, and the cool thing about this, too, is that there are so many I wouldn't say so many, but it is not hard to start playing these games. If you're watching this and you're like, this looks really cool. All the current fighting games that I've been playing are not doing it for me.
Yeah.
Fightcade's right there, man. Just pick it up. Everybody's out there and playing. There's a lot of great Discords out there. If you're interested in the Vampire Savior Discord, there's that. You can also jump into the CVS2 Discord. I know Silent Scope and Windy Man have been maintaining that thing. So there's just a lot of good ways to get in there. And, you can talk to the people there, find matches through the Discord and such. And the beautiful part about it is all the people who are fans of these games for such a long time, they're so happy to see new players come in and, new guys who want to learn the game and potentially become very, very strong in the game. They want to see a lot more competition. So, they will help you. They will guide you. They will, give you advice and send you all the places to find all the good information and such. So it's awesome.
Get out there and play some third. We got Frankie walking around up top. Around the cabs, waiting for Yogurt Brain to get back. He had just taken a brief sojourn out in between big matches.
I don't blame him, man.
No, not at all, man. Not at all. Yeah. Maybe take a little bit of time to come up with what the answer is to playing against Frankie. It's not an answer almost anybody has.
That's what he's doing right now, honestly. He was probably in his own private Discord group going strategies. Exactly.
Cheered on the way back by the crowd.
I like seeing that.
Chicago
That's awesome.
crowd here pumping him up big time. comes down to Frankie, again, from New York, out-of-towner, and Yogurt Brain from figuratively down the road. Logan Arcade, Yogurt Brain.
Yeah. And to reiterate, this is part of the Jazzy circuit, so we'll be getting some points here.
That's right.
Do we know if the
Big
first place
thumbs
is
up.
like automatic, is auto qualifier? Okay, not sure. Okay. But you guys should follow the Jazzy circuit. If you guys are enjoying this as well, make sure you follow everything about the Jazzy circuit. They've got their own Twitter account, they've got their own Discord and such, and so this is the kind of action you're gonna see. Grand Finals, Frankie BFG, Yogurt Brain, a rematch from the second, third place match from the finals last year. Appropriately here, you see the sign in the background on that I Love New York.
Yep, that's true. Way under the persimmon tree. 200 feet under the persimmon tree. Whoa!
Okay, throw to the corner, tries to go for a rider combo there. Frankie BFG jumps out, but Yogurt Brain has got the life up now, and he's got one level of super. Oh my goodness, just out of nowhere. Frankie BFG with the dash up and just catches with the crouching medium kick before Yogurt Brain even processed that he had gone forward like that.
Yep. Hey, wow, that was a sick little combo.
Yeah. Oh no, caught him crouching, so that last hit wasn't gonna work. Oh my goodness. You hit me? Okay, I hit you.
Oh. Anything? Whoa!
Oh,
Yogurt
yo!
Brain getting the big Dammy on the board.
Yo! We're styling here. Yeah, he's stuck in that corner over there.
Sit down, man. He's got
Oh, the delay on the jump. The
Oh.
delay on the jump with those EX kunai was really good.
No cancel by Frankie. He's got another chance. And despite one of the sickest things I've seen in a while in this game, Yogurt Brain ends up losing the game to Frankie, who
Yeah.
still has not lost a game.
Look at that smile on his face. He's like, I'm not going to become another part of a highlight reel here.
Yeah.
Because that was sick from Yogurt Brain. He went for the red parry. He could have just blocked the whole thing, got the simple punish, but he went for the max damage.
What? That was so cool.
But that's the second time Yogurt Brain has lost a round from a surprise, crouching medium kick. He got hit by it 2 in a row at the very end there.
Wow. 2 in a row?
Okay, I guess it's not that fancy. Wait, why?
Well, he did the taunt. Yeah, I don't know, man.
That had to have been an execution.
I think so. Yeah, he
error.
reacted to it as
Yeah. Oh, and went to the other side. That was great. And yeah, I was going to try to chip him out. Not much Frankie could have done unless he could get that red parry.
You can definitely tell who the crowd is in the tank for.
They don't want to see the invader come here and take this tournament. This is in their backyard, and so is Yogurt Brain.
Got a little slippery out of him. Frankie had backed off. Now trying to move. Great blocking. I mean, as you said, Yogurt Brain had gotten hit by a couple of crouching medium kicks. This time it's shorts. And Frankie's up close. Another hit confirm will do it.
All right, goes with the new kick up there, trying to avoid potential
Oh, that's punished anyway. Oh, boy.
XDP. Oh, and then just gets punched on the other side.
Yeah, that was a chance. You can tell Yogurt Brain reaction right there. That was a chance for a little bit more.
Yeah, and you saw Yogurt Brain right there, almost looking like he was pleading to a higher power for help here. Frankie BFG with the combo into the Shippu, but he doesn't have any supers anymore. Yogurt Brain still sitting on almost 2 bars of supers. And then Frankie just got caught by the Raida.
Uh-huh. It's Frankie's turn. Frankie just blocks it out.
Oh no! This time he dashed into the crouching medium kick, and Frankie just throwing that out there at that range, expecting the forward movement and buffering it with a whiff option select, essentially.
Yeah, yeah. No, he's playing great, no doubt about it. Frankie BFG, again, has not lost a game. That continues to be the case. And if that trend continues, Yogurt Brain's time in this tournament is running slim. It's got to be a change right now.
I hope you guys at home can hear the audience right now. They are cheering for Yogurt Brain to start making a comeback here. The reverse 0-3. We've seen it happen many times before. Oh, beautiful stuff right there. Again, the classic, the bait. Walk up, wait, down parry. Ooh, too far for the rider.
Even that adds up big against the Buki.
Oh,
Get out of there, man. See ya. No, I don't want to be any part of this.
Yeah, you see how composed Frankie has been, just kind of being so patient, not hitting a button anymore. Oh, gets him with the universal overhead.
Yeah, I would block low too if I were Yogurt Brain. Oh, man.
Oh, no. I don't
Match
think that was a
point.
punish, but still.
Tournament point. Frankie BFG. To do it without losing a single game across this whole tournament.
Yeah, but
Yogurt Brain starting out very active.
Yeah, Yoga Brain has lost so many rounds with low into Shippy Jinrai Kak.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Huge damage.
Oh my goodness. I heard someone in the audience go, ow.
Big ow. Anything's going to do it here for Frankie. Any confirm? That's it. Dash up and without losing a game. Frankie BFG takes Frosty Faustings 18, third strike champ.
That was a clean 6-0 from Frankie BFG over Yogurt Brain in winners finals and in grand finals. But Yogurt Brain played amazing.
Oh, yeah, man. Hats off to Yogurt
Yeah.
Brain. Loved a lot of what we saw from him there.
I hope you guys at home right now can give a little round of applause for Yogurt Brain as well. But it will be Frankie BFG from New York taking third strike here at Frosty Faustings 18. Congratulations once again, Frankie BFG.
Not only 6-0 versus Yogurt Brain, but when you tally them all up, dude went 12-0.
That's crazy.
Blew up everybody.
12-0, huh? Throughout the whole entire
Oh, wait, more than
tournament.
that. Oh, wow. My computer had not scrolled all the way down last time I did the actual math. That's wild, actually.
Okay, yeah. I was like, 12-0 sounds kind of low. That's 10, 12 plus 6. That's 18-0.
Yeah, there you go.
18-0. That's crazy. That is a domination right there. That is domination.
Yeah, shout outs to Frankie BFG. Continues to be one of the real terrors in this game.
Yeah, I mean, he was the highest placing U.S. player at the Third Strike tournament for EVO, right? I mean, losing to Hayao, basically, that was what, fourth place? I think
Fifth
it
place
was?
he got in.
Oh, fifth place, yeah. But the highest
I think. Maybe
placing,
anyway, yeah.
but highest placing U.S. player. So Frankie BFG, you know,
So,
even in
Your
that
memory's better than mine. I'm going
mean,
to take your word for it.
we might have to look at that and fact check it ourselves.
Well,
but
when we go to break, we'll take a look at that, absolutely.
yeah, but Play Guy going to be the one advancing forward and guaranteeing at least fifth place here.
Yes, it is. Yes, indeed. And we are going to be going. Oh, we're going to do that ad break right now. So when we come back, we'll tell you if Play Guy made top 8 last year at Frost.
Guilty Gear Exar, Rev 2.
In hand already. I don't blame him. Big red. All right. Hey, Poe. Third place. Hometown hero, Yogurt Brain, second place. Grand champion, Frankie BFG.
Gets his trophy over there. And you know, these trophies mean a lot to these players too.
Oh yeah, man.
A lot of times, you know, they're more proud to display like all the trophies and medals that they won, you know, than it's just such a sign of your hard work paying off, dude.
Absolutely
it's
right.
so cool. It's so cool.
What a set of matches we had there for the past couple hours. As always, with Third Strike, one of my absolute all-timers. What a game it is. So happy to be able to commentate it. Thanks a lot for hanging out, everybody. I hope you had a good time.
Yeah, and make
better
sure,
have had a good time.
once again, shout-outs to all the guys running the stream here. Shout-outs to Vampire Arcadia. Please follow, please.
Friends, welcome back to Frosty Faustings 18. We started at 10 in the morning with hundreds of XR's finest, but only 8 remain. It is time to crown a champion once again. All eyes in this ballroom on Guilty Gear XR. My name is Clay, here with Sammy Fish. How are you doing, my brother?
I cannot be better. What's better in this life than being in Chicago at the end of January, but we're here for some Guilty Gear?
Absolutely. There is no prettier sight than being on this couch with a brother in arms staring out at everybody ready to watch some good-ass Guilty Gear.
I can't be more stoked, man. This has been such an incredible tournament. We've been watching it all day. It has been full of upsets. It's been full of crazy moments. And this is what your top 8 looks like. It's absolutely insane. There's a lot of familiar faces. There are a lot of neat surprises as well. And I'm really looking forward to this one.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's take a look at this bracket for our top 8. Up top, your 2-time defending champion, Ray the Warrior, taking on Ogi-chan, coming all the way over from Japan. And on the bottom side of the winner's bracket, longtime Xer Johnny Zwynot taking on the premier Ramlethal in NA, Solstice.
Yeah, and then on the loser side, we have Bread versus Kook, which should be an extremely interesting matchup. And then we got Tequila and Mayumi's both traveling from Japan to have to face each other finally in top 8, but only one can proceed, and that is your top 8.
Yeah, absolutely. Absurdly stacked bracket. We went over the pools last night, studying a little bit, and every single pool this man read off to me, I'm like, that's foul. That's wrong. There are so many strong players that are not surviving pools, and sure enough, the best of the best have fought their way through tooth and nail, and now it is time to get up on the biggest stage and claim the biggest legacy Guilty Gear title of the year. And we are starting off with the man, the legend, who has given us back-to-back 2 of the greatest grand finals I have not only seen in Guilty Gear, in FGC history, Ray the Warrior, and he is taking on an elite Johnny from Japan in Ogi-chan.
I would categorize Ray's difference and some of what I would consider like the S tier players in North America's difference is their defense.
Absolutely.
And what I see from Ray in terms of defense is literally unlike anybody I've ever seen before. It's not just the block defense, I want to say, it's also the preemptive defense, setting things ahead of time, you know, using stuff like bubble and fish, forward advancing, pressing buttons in spaces that people want to be before they even get there. That kind of thing is so difficult to teach and only can be taught through introspection and experience. And this guy has it in spades because he just continues to play day in and day out, and you can see it in his game.
Absolutely. I like to refer to it as the active defense. Everybody knows blocking is important. If your blocking is elite, you're already so far ahead of the curve in Guilty Gear, or any fighting game for that matchup. But it's knowing when you can up back. It's knowing when you can escape, especially with a character like Dizzy, who has such high mobility, so many ways to move about the field. Normally we think of Dizzy as kind of a low bar defense character. Slow buttons, no great reversals, has to kind of rely on universal system mechanics. This man makes it look easy, and it promise you, it's not.
Yeah, it's absolutely not to play this good of defense in this game, right? But I swear to God to you, it's the difference. It's the difference between the great and the best. And I mean great, because we have phenomenal, great players at this event, but the best is what showed up at top 8.
Absolutely. No one got here by accident. You had to earn your way through these brackets. We don't say bloodbath lightly, but it is time. It is time to get loud. It is time to get this money. Guilty Gear XVIII top 8 at Frosty Faustings 18. Ray the Warrior versus Ogi-chan. Let's go.
Immediately trying to summon and sort of establish that early game, but that's a problem. Mistfinder's really good at killing fish, and you see Ogi-chan's putting a big stop sign on that. You can't summon for free.
Yeah, absolutely. Gonna have to earn those summons in neutral. Gonna have to earn your turns on offense, but Ray's so good at managing the meter. Excellent with use of YRC on the ice spike to maintain pressure. And gets in finally with the air dash. We have our first real touch of this top 8. Nice defense so far from Ogi-chan though. Blocking, waiting their turn, but gets gripped for the trouble.
Yeah, I also want to say that one of the things that makes Ray different from a lot of other Dizzy players is his willingness to throw. Yeah, it scales the combo, but man, if you do it 10 times, you're going to die eventually.
Absolutely. When you're the best grappler in the game, why would you not be using that hard slash
This
button?
is top 2 grapplers in a matchup. Back thrown into the corner, we're going to start the situation all over again.
Again, Ogi-chan with nice defense, but has had no opportunity to get the offense going. The Mistfinder whiffs, Ray goes in. The defense is still there, but you can't move. Does kill the fish, but again, use of the meter not allowing the escape. The air throw, Ray relentless in the pressure and going in, but corners himself.
Yeah, I love just the not being too greedy with the burst, just letting it go because he knows what Johnny can do in the corner.
Yeah, nice 6 speed, gets the air throw out, but the ice spike connects. The burst is not baited, however, but right back in a little too high. Gets caught by the Mistfinder, and now Ogi-chan gonna push this to the corner.
And funnily enough, in Guilty Gear, time's a problem right now. 3 seconds left, nice block! Trying to get away, the throw is not gonna be enough damage. A timeout in the first round of Guilty Gear XVIII?
I love it when the players make us look smart. We're talking about defense and how important it is. The very first round goes the distance, and our defending champion up 1-0. Nice challenge with the 2S from Ogi-chan, though. Gets the knockdown and now starts to apply his own corner pressure.
Yeah, definitely getting out of that corner first. Nice snipe with the 2-8. That's going to be big damage. He's putting himself in a great position to close it out. One hits Y, OTGs with the coin just to get an extra level. Trying to close that out.
Nice use of the YRC, but gets tagged by the level 3 Mistfinder, and Ogi-chan adjusting nicely. Evens up our first game at 1 apiece.
Yeah. You can recognize Ray's already understood that like summoning fish is going to be really hard. So bubble first, fish second. Finally got a knockdown, is going to be able to get that. Closing the gap really well, but a chase down with the 6K.
Yeah, doesn't get the knockdown, however. So Ray able to escape, but is stuck in the corner, and now gets the 1 hit slide. Recoin Ray immediately air dashes out, earns the corner, and now gets to start the mix. The fuzzy overhead, beautiful use by our defending champion. The pressure relentless. Can Ogi-chan avoid? Nice use of the dead angle when gets out.
Yeah, the patience up until the close S, right? A much more safer point to do that rather than doing it on any of the summons. Ogi-chan was waiting for that. It was really well done. RTW gets the throw back into the corner and has meter to boot.
Yeah, gets the overhead on the air dash in. Ogi-chan has a burst. Ray waiting. The burst save combo. Your defending champion on the board. 1-0 against the Japanese contender. And Ray the Warrior says, you want this belt, you gotta take it.
And it feels like at this moment, Ray putting you in the corner is a win con. I mean, we saw him do it slow, we saw him do it fast, but if he gets you into the corner, it's pretty much gonna be GG's.
Yeah, absolutely. Nice slide in there from Ogi-chan, gets the grab, the one-hit flying off to a fantastic start in game 2. This time, watches for the air dash out and keeps the pressure up, earns Ray's burst with an 80% life lead.
All right, nice. Just gets the knockdown with the jump H, finds the hit. That's a perfect, but exactly the round that Ogi-chan needs after losing the first one.
Yeah, absolutely. 7 golden letters, a sigh of relief for our Japanese contender, and immediately dashing right in. Tags Ray with the far S, and again, getting the scramble hit, taking advantage of these Johnny normals, and Misfinder with the snipe. Ogi-chan already on the verge of getting a first game here in our first set.
I want to say Ogi-chan's conversions have been fantastic. Every single one's led to a knockdown to Oki setup. He's also prioritizing getting levels over anything else, willing to OGG with coin, and it's really given him a lot of control, but this is it. One knockdown, stay safe side. The control on the corner has been important, and he uses that as a mix-up.
Wow, what a grab by Ogi-chan, though. Does earn Ray's burst, and now Ray really on the back foot. YRC, White Ice Spike gets in, but not able to close out the jump. Level 3 Misfinder, but drops the combo.
Oh, and gets the OTG just enough damage to close it out. A little scrambly towards the end there, but Ogi-chan knowing what to do at that final moment. We're tied up 1-1.
Yeah, absolutely. You have to be ready for scrambles in the top 8. The nerves are maximum. You're up on the stage. This entire ballroom is watching top 8. You're going to make mistakes. Who can recover quick? Who can adjust the fastest? And right now, Ray right back on the horse. We've seen it for 2 years in a row. It is impossible to rattle this player.
Yeah, I don't think that, like, it's not over till it's over. And when you see that from all the best defensive players in XVIII. Get the Ice Spike YRC, goes for the cross under. The corner is so important for this player.
Wow, what a challenge with a 6B from Ogi-chan, though, does get out of the corner. Daring Ray to come in and gets a maximum punish to end in the corner here. Should get the one-hit swipe, absolutely. And now, Ray again able to air dash out, but the chase down with the YRC. Ogi-chan using that Johnny pressure. That guard gauge is getting awfully cranked. Bucko hits
that combo counter hit. Oh my god, but how much meter he has to spend just to air block in every single situation. I mean, Ray hasn't had any meter to work with this whole round.
Yeah, absolutely. Needing every resource to stay alive. And we have a more or less even match. Ogi-chan does have a burst on deck if he needs it. But right now, a lot of respect. The air dash in. Burst save, knockdown, very good by our defending champion. And gets the jump as Ray the Warrior on set point here in our first round of top 8.
What a read on the escape. I mean, he just knew exactly what Ogi-chan wanted to do in that. And there's not even a lot of room in the corner, but that was just phenomenal awareness.
Nice weight there on the 6B, gets the anti-air and the knockdown, and Ogi-chan takes the corner, but a tech manages to get out, and now Ray corners Ogi-chan and drops the combo. A very rare drop, but the air throw keeps it alive.
Yeah, he has the meter to escape this afterwards, but he's not really getting a time to sit and use it, right? He's looking for that dead angle opportunity. None of these look good.
Oh, the Ice Spike connects. The burst is there, but Ogi-chan knows Ray will be watching for it. The low connects. The flame pillar goes off, and Ray the Warrior takes it 2-1 in the first round of top 8.
Yeah, I mean, the way that he had so much respect for Ogi-chan as a player. You saw almost every one of his setups actually was playing away from Johnny. He didn't want to be overtly on top of him, give him opportunities to blitz out of any of those situations. And you saw a lot of the safe pressure that he put on because he knew the control was the bigger aspect of the situation. It wasn't necessarily getting a hit every single time. It was making sure that Johnny doesn't have the opportunity to press his button buttons against Dizzy.
Yeah, it's flow right here. Next hit, especially that cancel into overdrive, should be enough. Okay, you got this. You got the route. No, brother.
No.
Okay.
We had the mirror to get the kill there, I think, too, right?
Yeah, I think so. Even Monarch was laughing about that when he's like, well, that one's on me, bro. Sorry. Instant rematch. Yeah. Both these folks still pretty confident. I'm loving it.
Yeah, I like this. You know, Monarch had a really powerful game number 1, but nice adaptation from Ice Cool, especially with these well-timed air dashes. Is really speeding things up. And oh my God, flashbacks of 2024. Ice Cool opened up by the overhead yet again.
Don blocked almost every single one of those, and I think Ice Cool just got hit by the first one, dude. This is not a good sign of things to come, but we're not even close to over yet. Trying to navigate this gravity wall, getting pushed back into it. Ooh, okay. Well, I guess that could have been worse.
All right, backing all the way up. Nice usage of the gunshot there from Ice Cool. And Monarch thinking that Ice Cool is going to go for another air dash. Instead, Ice Cool keeping his feet planted on the ground and bolting right on in when he saw that Monarch made a huge whiff. And that whiff might just cost Monarch the game here.
Oh, there it is.
The counter assault coming through, pushing Ice Cool and creating that distance once again, having that gravity well set right up, so Ice Cool can't just go ahead and air dash right in like he has been doing so in the past. Backing up, running there on the ground, keeping his feet planted. He had that ground viper, what he used as a burst movement tool to close that distance between him and Monarch pretty quickly, especially with that mirror. That could be a tool that Ice Cool may want to represent. And I think Monarch knows that too by setting these traps here, trying to set up these hitboxes so Ice Cool will run right into them.
All right, 10 seconds. Yo, this should be it right here. All right, spends the burst. Yeah, Monarch does not have the life lead right here.
No, we don't. We need to find that final hit here against Ice Cool, and Ice Cool is just running away. Oh, deactivation, pausing the timer. Oh no. Do we want to be pausing the timer here?
Maybe. He was just trying to make sure he couldn't get approached on. Brother.
Do we want to be pausing the timer here?
No, that cost him. That, or not only do you not have overdrive going into this round, that cost you the round. Oh no. Ice Cool gonna be kicking himself over that one. Oh, and a beautiful anti-air to start things out. Monarch very much in control of this, is on set point, and now has the life lead, can very much afford to play lame as hell.
Yes, it is, and we find the overhead hit again. Ice Cool has just not been blocking these. This has been like a consistent problem he's had. Crush trigger, purple throw attempt, gets tech though, and there's that dead spot. Monarch running a little too far forward.
Oh no, gets caught on the jump. Now you're gonna play the blocking game. Never mind, overcommits.
Good block, but doesn't block the second overhead. Ice Cool is now in. We got spin, we got level 2 spin, and we got ground viper, so there's gonna be a lot of damage. Look at that, 4,500 blocks the super as well. No RC to back it up, so Ice Cool is gonna be getting yet another combo. Not gonna be enough to get the kill here though. Or maybe it will be, we'll see. Super comes out. Holding with bated breath, will this be enough? Yes, it will. Ice Cool is still in the game.
Final game, final round. I was keeping my mouth shut there. I'm like, I'm not making any guesses. I ain't trying to jinx nobody here. No RCs in my house. Burst on both sides. We got plenty of resources to play with. Still very much anybody's set. There it is.
He makes his way out. Excellent defense from Swy.
You want an early burst versus Ram the Fall. She does a lot of hits in her combo, and hits build back your burst, so this is a pretty common tactic. You tend to get 1+ burst versus this character, so that's why you saw the early burst from it.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm a big proponent. If a character is very OP-based, they're very mix-up based, use a burst early. You're going to want another one. It's worth it. Try not to get it baited, but for what it's worth, Swy has now gone from corner to corner. The throw out of the corner, but immediately the side switch, another air throw, and Solstice just not allowing any escape. Goes up 1-0.
Yeah, you saw a couple of throws. couple of combos afterwards. He's already got his burst back. It's something that you're going to have to do versus Ramafall, because otherwise you're just not going to get as much value versus your burst. Because it's not particularly good when she gets trans and starts really doing the karaoke.
Yeah, absolutely. It is the tax you pay for playing Ramafall. You accept that your opponent is going to get more burst than average, and the best players like Solstice know how to work around that. You're seeing the patience. So much respect in neutral from both these players. They know any mistake is going to be catastrophic. But this time, Dwight does connect with the burst, but immediately sent back to the corner. And right now, Solstice trying to close out this first game, gets the jump heavy, forcing the corner. Does What's My Name hit? It does not. But no punish, the 5K in return, but a drop from Zwei. We go right back in with the Zwei YRC.
Yeah. Gonna be able to get that one-hit knockdown. YYRC tries to keep him locked down. Slight delay, 5K, catches Solstice, and he ties it up.
Yeah, very nice. Getting the double recoin ready to lock that Mistfinder. Even at a game apiece here in our second winner's side game. Zwei versus Solstice. Again, lots of respect. Nice use of Mistfinder to swat the sword out. And Zwei rewarded with a corner knockdown just about there. Pushes Solstice to the corner, but a nice jump out. And now the carry begins. Coast to coast. Ram is so good at this, and being in the corner against this character is the worst place to be.
Monarch just going to box out High School, knowing that he needs to make a quick and risky decision.
But Zwei is just really trying to find that hit and really convert it into something big, but Solstice isn't giving him much.
Yeah, I really like what Zwei's trying to do here, trying to play a tip Mistfinder range. Kind of like you said, that last game, just if I have to hit you 10 times to get this done, so be it. I don't want to put myself in a situation where a mistake puts me in the corner and then I have to fade that mix. So a lot of respect with the YRC into the air grab from Solstice. Again, showing maximum respect, activating that meter and knowing a super could come out, but Solstice into the corner, and once again, Zwei bursts.
Yeah, still has the burst on his side too, and Solstice also has meter. So you really have to play this patiently, looking for your right moment. Far SRC just needs to get some offense going. That's a counter A2H, trying to get offense of his own with Zwei YRC. None of these have been big hits. Once again, we're going down to the wire.
Yeah, the timer about to become a factor, sitting 12, but the trance connects. And Solstice, OTGs with the explode, and Solstice takes game one. Look at this man bouncing in the chair. He's like, damn, that was kind of nice, though.
It was really nice. It was a fantastic conversion on a really weird situation, but Solstice put it together. I mean, just tried his best to get away from the trance, because honestly, on top of which, if you just blocked trance, it probably was over anyway with the amount of mix-ups that you would have gotten from that.
Yeah, absolutely cannot fault Zwei for the decision-making there. Just an excellent conversion from Solstice. Sometimes all you can do is tip your cap and go, damn, you got me, and move on to the next game, and that's exactly what Zwei is doing. Again, trying to play at that tip range, does get caught, and does not burst early this time. So let's see what the plan is from here. Nice blitz, gets out of the corner, and we go back to midstream.
Yeah, you see, Solstice didn't even bother to re-blitz. You know, it's just out of the corner. It's not that big of a deal, as long as he's not getting completely OP.
Yeah, absolutely. Rather save that meter for other things. Meter is precious to Ramlethal. Go ahead, take the blitz. You know it's not going to be the biggest punish in the world. Very smart decision making, as we expect from all these top 8 players.
I really like that Daro, because Zwei's looking to snipe swords quite a bit. You see him the rising jump keys to try to get the air sword, but catching him moving forward with the Daro at a well-timed position.
Yeah, rare drop on the corner mix up there from Solstice, but Zwei not able to escape. The blitz does not connect, but 5K, such a good interrupt button for Johnny, but right back to blocking, and again, we go back to neutral. Zwei trying to play at that max range. Lots of instant blocks, building a little bit of meter. But right now, the fake air Mistfinder and the Zwei YRC to get in, but gets gripped for the trouble.
I mean, he just tried to delay his throw just a little bit, trying to catch him off guard, but Solstice is always ready with that defensive option ready to go. Yep. Martelli for Pelly closes it out. Only need one more to move on to Winners Finals.
Yeah, Solstice already on set point, and right now, Zwei struggling to get that Johnny pressure going, struggling to maintain control, but an excellent start. The one-hit Zwei knockdown, backs up showing a lot of respect, but gets counter-poked. I like this, using burst as and hold the corner, but gets crossed under, and now Solstice goes to work.
I mean, it's just so good. Got out of the corner, delayed his fall with sword set as well. Situation's entirely flipped. Got a punish, on Johnny dead angle. That is not easy, by the way.
No, not at all. And Solstice rewarded. Should have enough to close this out. Trent, one of the best guts crushes in the game. And Solstice has earned the right to take on our defending champion in winners finals.
Very fitting, I would say. I mean, for me, when I think about like who is rose to the top of XVIII in this day and age, there are two names that immediately come to mind, like literally immediately.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, I really do think that it's fitting after especially a year of 2025 for 2026 to start with these two guys in winners finals.
100%, and excellent work. Zwei doing everything he can, playing the matchup correctly, but sometimes your opponent is just doing the right things, making the right decisions. This is Guilty Gear. It's one of the fastest games to ever exist in fighting game history. You're going to be wrong. You're going to make mistakes. It is truly about how do you minimize them? How bad are the mistakes? Can you avoid the gigantic punishes? And we didn't see that many like, oh, you really are going to eat it for this. It's just the nickel and diming adding up, and getting that corner for Ramlethal is simply too strong for some players.
Yeah, normally when we see Solstice beat people, it's like he's got people in the corner and trance on top of them and gets a mix or guts crushes them. That happens barely ever. So, I mean, great stuff to them. So, that's why moving down to losers. Next up, we got our matchup here, Tequila versus Mayumi's. Tequila coming out for the first time at Frosty Faustings. We got Mayumi's last year, and we learned how much of an amazing Sing player he is. And I'm really looking forward to this one because it just feels like what XVIII Japan's all about, but here at Frosty Faustings.
100%. I've been so impressed with Tequila's play so far. A jam player with a notable amount of patience and calculation. Not something you see a lot with the character. Let's be honest about it. And I get it. If I had those buttons in that movement, I also would be trying to go in. But Mayumis has shown his Sin is very strong, has some very unique tech. I was so impressed with his use of vulture scenes to try and get anti-airs to whip and get big punishes. Because if there's one thing Sin excels at in this game, it is punishing you for a mistake.
Yeah, and this character, I mean, both of them do a ton of damage, but it is really about navigating those big buttons and trying to find their way in. Preemptive buttons on this character are extremely good, but the reason why Jam excels in those footsie situations is her speed. Her speed of being able to close those gaps extremely well, position herself exactly where she needs to be, and then be able to run in those positions afterwards. Also, just we have to talk about it, 6H being as a fantastic gap closer, fantastic counter hit, right? If you're going to put a button awry, it's probably going to be a 6H whiff punish.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is one of those matchups where Sin, usually you think Sin, you structure around beat driver. You structure around controlling horizontal space and eventually catching someone sleeping with a bull bash or catching someone with an elk hunt, getting your damage in and maintaining offensive advantage. Occasionally, you have a cancelable DP to get you out of trouble, to give you a little bit of leeway. But in this matchup, you can't just be relying on beat driver. Jam has so many ways around it. You're gonna have to play a little bit of a different matchup. You're gonna have to crutch on some of Sin's really good lows to try and trip up those advances from Jam.
Yeah, one of the things that I got told by a lot of the Jam players who are here today, and we have a lot of really strong Jam players here at the tournament, is that this guy confirms off his jump 2K better than everybody else in the world.
Absolutely.
And turning that overhead into a combo is unacceptable. I don't like it. But Hawkbaker is a good answer in that situation because it is fast and it's cancelable, right? So if he reads that, there is an opportunity to blow it up.
Yeah, I like my use flashing the 3K early on, going, if you try to slide in here, I will catch your toes. And early on gets the elk hunt and earns a burst, but Tequila instantly back in, earning the corner. We have 2 cards on deck.
Yeah, just going for knockdowns, trying to stock up on resources. Mayumi's finds a good hit, double eats. Him also getting the resources.
Yeah, again, flashing that 3K just to show it's there, but Tequila not able to get the knockdown, however. Mayumis opts to burst to deny the hard charge, but the YRC into the air throw right back to the corner, and again, using that dive kick, as you mentioned, my friend, so good and so dangerous if you can combo off it. The cross-up DP connects into the full confirmed, and we get another charge.
Yeah, goes for a max card instead of going for OK there. Voltic Dane just trying to create some space, if any. The Clash got the cancel. Jumpy Voltic Dane gets the combo.
Wow, nice confirm from Mayumis. Not going to be enough to close it out, but one more hit for either player will get this first round on deck. The beat driver does not connect with the extend, but the air grab, and Mayumis up 1-0 in game 1.
Yeah, just the ability to have a meter lead on your opponent in round-ending situations, pop the screen and come up with the perfect answer.
Yeah, beautiful use there from Miami. So good. Bull Bash connects, not the biggest of all time, but still 40% off 4 hits, pretty damn good.
Found the corner somehow, still keeping it going. Gonna be out of the corner, not a knockdown off this situation, but evening up the life difference.
Yeah, I like the card there from Tequila. Realized had just enough space. The card's so important in this matchup for knockdown. The counter hit, Puffball good to get a stun, and Tequila closing it out. 1 round apiece in game 1.
That was like no cards, by the way. He just constantly chased down the air tech situation, and it was right most of the time.
Yeah, tries to get the card there, does get the charge, but gets hit by Elkhart. Already used the burst, and Mayumis in there holding the corner. Nice block on the 5D, but gets caught by Beat Driver, using the Voltic Gain, maintaining the pressure, showing a lot of respect, backing up, but Tequila escapes with the Ryujin and air throws Mayumis back towards the corner.
Yeah, looking for the bait there with the backdash on the Hawkbaker, but didn't get it. Nice, gets the full charge. It's gonna be close.
Do we have enough? Just not enough, and out of food! Tequila goes in, and now Mayumis in a very compromising position. Has no room to eat. Tequila goes in to Gecker and connects, and now the drop, but the dive kick combos afterwards. Mayumis trying to get food. Gold burst to try and maintain the pressure.
He's just trying anything to keep him locked down. Doesn't want him to press a single pipe, but the air throw in the clutch moment, Mayumis closes it out.
You see Tequila nodding. Anytime a Sin player manages to close out a game after they run out of food is always impressive. Every Sin player has done it. You see that X after you try to eat and you get the grumbly tummy and you're like, oh no, I have air.
Oh God, it's the scariest moment for almost any character in the game. And yeah, being able to close it out there is really big. Miami but starts game 2 strong as well.
Yeah, good use of YRC on the eat to maintain the pressure. Tequila trying to go in and interrupt, but nothing doing. And right now, we're just shinnying this man. A little wiggle back and forth, gets the full confirm, takes the eat, but a nice challenge with the 2B and a full charge. Judson to go there.
Yeah, I mean, he's taking cards in a lot of situations where there's some other players that might take Oki, and I think he's just trying to avoid the Hawkbaker gambit altogether and try to get more value out of his next situation.
Yeah, absolutely. But with all that work, nonetheless, Mayumis is actually on set point already. But the nice slide in, dodges the 6P, gonna take this. Should get the knockdown with the Ryujin and recard. You go right back in with that 6H, but a nice challenge with the far S from Mayumis. And again, challenging with 5K, demanding that Tequila respect these Sin buttons and we get a trade to go full screen.
Yeah, just looking for that right moment right now. I think, yeah, all right, gets a knockdown, has 2 cards, RTL, does that hit? Yes!
Wow, lets it rip on the reversal and was rewarded, but not a lot of food to work with. Mayumis looking for a chip. What a confirm, gets the beat driver to eat. Now we have a lot to play with. Did the reversal hit? It did not! Did he Hawkbaker that?
Yeah, he did, and I didn't think he was going to win.
Wow!
That's insane, but I mean, Mayumis obviously knew. That's the first time he went to that situation, and he just knew that at that moment, with 100 meter, it's a lot of, you know, when you're getting into those 100 meter situations and you need to clutch on sort of any moment, going for super RC, it's an old school tactic that doesn't get used as often, but it is a tactic that you can use. Give us some sort of lifeline to play the game, but have the perfect answer for it.
Absolutely incredible showing here for Mayumis. But by the way, give it up for Tila coming away from Japan, top 8, and impressive.
Think what's the team models are anything? Nah. It's easy. For a limited time, switch to T-Mobile Better Value Plan. You can save over $1,000 a year for Verizon and AT&T. Save on streaming, satellite, and more benefits than they leave out. It's better over here.
Rock your taxes in 3 easy steps. Snap. Tap. Done. Now this is taxes. Intuit TurboTax.
Oh, we try to go for a bit of a weird cross the mix there with the paraglider. Dawn ready for it, going to block that correctly, and there's that counter assault to push Cuckoo out.
There it is. One more hit for Don right here. Just has to hold on to the bang pressure. And there's the sway. Oh, yes. Technically, Relius's reversal. That's one of those moves, like, we don't see Don use like that much, to be honest. He usually like rolls through. Okay, maybe I'm not watching the right games.
I think he uses it quite a lot.
Well, my apologies. I'm watching the wrong games then. Oh, okay, yep. Tech the purple throw, does not tech the green throw. Now Fuko should be able to get a nice setup. Does not have to.
That's 2, that's 3, and that should be 4. No, instead we're going to be setting up the bumper here.
Yeah, you said he does really like that bumper, and it's a potent option when you got him in the corner.
Right, because when you have bumper, it's going to be enabling so much more mix, those high lows, those cross-ups even, right? Just very useful at just confirming yet another hit, and sometimes that's what you want instead of just enabling raw damage later on in the round.
Yeah.
Bumper is still active. Kind of sticks on the screen for forever.
Oh, yeah, force the burst out. Crush trigger catches Fuko not barriering. Has plenty of meter to play with, though.
There it is, back to the, where did we go? Back to the bumper, and as we try to use it, Don calls that out with a 5A, stuffing him in the process.
Oh, man, all right. Don needs to kill off the setup dual BIOS. Oh, what? Are you serious? You TRM'd him off that? How?
Oh my god, and we might just be running away with this round, Fuku. Oh my god, we got the 50-meter, but we can't kill with this combo just yet. Do we block the super? No, we avoid it entirely.
Brother, I'm reeling. I'm reeling right now. Wow. Okay, well, Fuko, I guess he's just different. That's my high-level analysis of that, is Fuko is just different than the rest of us.
Yeah, I mean, in that instance, too, it's like Fuku has been paying attention to how Don has been using that duelist bias.
Yeah.
And not even just in his set, in his previous set, but also in the other sets he's been playing, where he's been representing that option of canceling into duelist bias, letting the opponent jump out and try to go for the air throw. So in that instance, we were ready for an air throw in response. I don't know how he TRM'd it. I don't know if Don just had weird timing there. But
when you are supposed to weight most of the situations in your favor, it kind of works out for the character. That's why she's extremely strong. But when you start teetering that towards the opponent, the other character, then those things that we consider to be weaknesses that get helped by his or fixed by his Azami don't fix it as much as we think.
Yeah, absolutely. There are matchups where you can totally crush on Azami and just make it an absolute nightmare for your opponents to deal with. Make them completely abandon their base game plan, because you must respect it. It's an incredibly powerful tool that Viking has. The characters that can work around it with their base kit, with the stuff they want to be doing anyway, that guy's not a character that wants to hit you with 5 moves in a row and keep you in block stun. It's stagger pressure, it's frame traps, it's daring you to flinch when you shouldn't. So as you said, very well equipped. We will see what Pook has ready, because as you mentioned, Fred knows this character, but all it takes is one touch and a whole lot of Vikings lifeguard gets to.
Yeah, I mean, from that ground start, we saw that both character players know what's up. Starting out with the Suzerain, trying to test the ground start buttons, but Pook dabbling into 2D to blow it up.
Yeah, absolutely. Nice use of the Suzerain into a throw, a Viking classic in XVIII. Nice use of Bandit Revolver to get over the 2S. Gets the wild throw and the coast to coast for big damage. Going to get the knockdown, and now Fred going to have to clutch on that defense.
Yeah, just goes for the safe jump there, keeps it simple. Fred understands that that safe jump is layered in this matchup.
Wow, nice use of dodging the Azami follow-up. It gets caught afterwards, so Fred still alive right now, trying to hold down the corner. The 2H into the Totemi YRC does connect. This is going to be solid damage and a knockdown for Fred.
Yeah, and he has the meter to keep him locked down as well. That's just going to hit. And is it going to be enough to close it out? No, burst out of the situation. He wants this one.
Yeah, wow, waiting for the JD to burst out the 2D, but the burst comes back. Fred's still alive, but the jump H, one of the best air normals to ever do it. And Kook on the board 1-0 to start the set.
And they both betted their burst, right? They both wanted that first round. It was important to them, but Kook closes it out. Nice Azami on the 6H, by the way, gets the first big hit.
Yeah, no, nice confirm there for Brett. The Azami is up back out of though, however, and now Kook retakes the corner, waiting on the Azami, but a nice air dash out. We go back to mid-screen and a good block on the fight.
Yeah, very nice. And the Escobari catch Very nice. Again, meter lead in this situation. Goes for his own 5D and a lot of meter to boot.
Yeah, a full stick of pitching to work with from Bread. Tanabe YRC catches, and Bread immediately answers 1-1 apiece in game one.
Maybe a little too quick there. He didn't build much of his burst back. So Kook gonna get it first here, and that's gonna be an advantage in the set.
Yeah, absolutely. When you're playing players at this level, burst economy is tantamount to keep in mind. So that is an advantage for Kook in this match. And a counter hit, Fafnir, but no big follow-up. That is a massive drop.
Yeah, I mean, you want to get the big damage in before Viking gets the burst. I mean, it's leading into it right now with the Grand Viper, so this is looking good.
Yeah, absolutely. Kook with a dominating life position right now. Bread gonna have to fight for his life to get out. Nice JK gets the knockdown on the Black Beat combo and pushing the corner, but these IEs from Kook does get eventually opened up. And Bread catches with the Eskibari. Gonna be a lot of damage into another knockdown.
Yeah. Kuchinashi doesn't get the knockdown, the 6-8 counter hit. It doesn't fully convert, and he spent the RC meter for it too.
Wow, the delay to go up and wild throw the Izami, trying to go coast to coast, does not get there. Bread with the tech buttons, and the gun connects. Not quite enough, the RC, and there it is. Bread 1-0. Those drops will kill you at this level.
It was a really scrambly situation. Like, I don't think that Kook expected the air hit 6H counter hit, and it changes the properties of how that move is going to bounce. So, I mean, he tried to RC to convert it, and then it was just a weird, awkward confirm into bringer. So it was just really scrambly. But we mentioned this before. I mean, it's a volatile game. Scramble situations are going to happen, and sometimes that's the difference.
Yeah, absolutely. Bread comes out ahead in those scrambles and continues that momentum, but the Izami follow-up does not connect. Nice FT to not get hit by Eskibari, and the immediate wild throw. Gonna take the damage, get to the corner. Bread waits for the gunflame and gets the burst out, and now back to mid-screen.
This time he has meter though, but he's getting hit on wake up by these tatamis. It's definitely not helping him. That hit will help him, but Bread has 100 meter after this knockdown.
Yeah, gonna have a lot to manage here for Kook, but the empty jump into the low connects. Not gonna have quite enough here thanks to Vikings Guns, unless the burst Tyrant Rave, just barely not enough. Bread alive gets the Izami counter.
Doesn't spend the meter just yet, wants to use it for the Oki situation. This has been working pretty good. The YRC Tatami is keeping him under wraps. Gets the right stop to Kuchinashi and gets the closeout.
Wow, what a call out from Bread. Goes to Izami, gets the full confirmed. And now Bread on set point here in loser side top 8. Gets hit by the counter hit and bursts to avoid the big bandit bringer damage.
Oh, caught him once again. These delay Fafner's been really good. Catches the air tech. That's very nice.
Wow, the 5H just connecting raw there, and Eskibari once again landing good damage and the knockdown. Bread goes in, but the riot stamp is countered once again, but no finish now. Bread with a drop of his own, and Kook taking massive advantage.
Gonna get a knockdown off the Volcanic Viper, has a lot of meter once again, uses it on the wake up super, and doesn't see anything, so he YRCs it to stay safe.
Wow, what an exchange, but the Izami connects once more. Bread gonna try to close this out. The air dash into the dust, and Bread going to move on. Kook will drop out in 7th place here at Frosty Faustings 18. Give it up for our sole player, Kook.
I mean, phenomenal run. Phenomenal run. I mean, this, I can't tell you how important it is to say that this is one of the most important, if not the most important Exeter bracket of the year. And so when you take this, when you get to this far, it means something more than just making any sort of top 8. I mean, this is our hallmark. This is our Super Bowl for this game. And so getting here is such a big deal. I mean, great stuff to him over this week.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, when we say the words like bloodbath and how unfair these brackets get, that's not hyperbole. You do not get here by accident, and it means the world to start your year off with the potential to have the best Guilty Gear Exeter title there is. That said, friends, we do need to take a quick ad break, pay some bills. Don't go anywhere. Plenty of top 8 action left here at Frosty Faustings.
Strap in for Season 2. Fan favorite characters make their way to the roster. Season Pass 2 is here. 6 months, 6 characters, a new fighter each month. Legends Unleashed! Available now.
atas ada shop.
2XKO Season 1 is now live, featuring an all-new Battle Pass, stage, and champion, Caitlyn, the Sheriff of Piltover. 2XKO is excited to announce Frame Perfect, a competitive-themed skin set where a portion of the proceeds help fund prize pools and tournament costs for TOs across the world. Elite competitors will clap.
everybody. Frosty Faustings 18, XVIII top 8. We're getting to see who's going to be crowned our champion. My name is Sandfish. With me is Clay. We're going to be calling the action, and man, it's already heated up.
So good. Watching the best of the best, there's literally nothing better than this. It is the best thing you get to start your year with. Watching elite players doing elite things for the most prestigious title you could ask for as an XR player. And we are down to our final 6 here in the top 8 bracket. Up top in winners finals, an absolute banger waiting for us with Ray the Warrior, our 2-time champion, taking on Solstice.
Yeah, that's looking great, but first off, we're gonna finish our losers qualifiers. We got Why Not versus Slicer Hybrid. I said that backwards.
We got it. It's fine.
And versus Ogi-chan and Mayumi, which is coming up for you guys next. So team kill after team kill, by the way. Not only SoCal having to take out one of each other, but the Japan Internationals having to do the same. That's what we got up first.
That's what you get for having your region be too strong. You got to take out each other when it's all said and done. But nonetheless, we have a matchup of 2 old school Japanese players coming in. Ogi-chan, 42, Mayuma's 40. As an old man, I am so glad to see old men still doing the best of the best in this game. And this is actually somewhat of a classic XR matchup. Sin taking on Johnny.
Yeah, we saw a lot of this. I mean, I think throughout the lifespan of XVIII, as soon as Johnny got into the game, you're seeing Sin versus Johnny. I mean, partly because we had the likes of Kizzy in North America being extremely strong and getting into a lot of those top spots. But also just because both of these characters ended up being really good tournament characters, having that sort of control over your game plan constantly. Big damage as well is always a big deal, and both these characters have that in spades. So this is one of the few characters that actually gets to contest that space with similar damage. Obviously, Johnny's option slightly better, having a throw combo as well helps a lot. Being able to have that level 3 misfire, being able to trade in these situations more beneficially is also very, very good. But there are situations where Sin can feel pretty oppressive versus this character.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Surprisingly, these 2 characters are not that dissimilar in how they want to approach their game plan. They're both elite mid-range pokes, can both convert the tip range of their pokes into massive damage and corner carry. And of course, any counter hit never feels good when it comes from one of these characters. So yet again, going to be another case of who can be spatially aware, who can navigate the neutral the best, and who can maximize the mistakes that will inevitably happen in such a high-stakes matchup.
This is one of those matchups where it's not necessarily about navigation, it's about rhythm and tempo. Absolutely. Right? It's about taking a little bit of initiative and having that ability to press the button first and using it to some sort of advantage. Yes, every situation has its guesses and it has its mix-ups, but when you take that initiative versus your opponent, you definitely get to get a little bit more space to them and try to convert that into something major.
Yeah, we already see a couple air-to-airs starting us off, but Ogi-chan coming out ahead, turning the corner, and a chunk of Mayumis' life bar. But so far, just kind of holding down the fort, and a beast driver snipes out, and Mayumis with the run-up throw.
Yeah, we're already in the other corner, by the way. Unfortunately, put themselves there. Not what Mayumis wanted, but trying. Yes, very nice. That jump 6H keeping him locked down while he tried to go for that slide.
Yeah, very high-level move, adds a lot of block stuns, so Mayumis, knowing that, takes the advantage on the board. We are more or less even at this point. A sweep does get hit. The counter hit, anti-air 2H from Ogi-chan, and earns Mayumis' burst for the trouble. But Bolted Game connects, and a burst in return.
Yeah, I mean, that burst was a bet, but he did it because he had 50%. But getting Ogi-chan's burst as well, you are the person who burst first, so you're recovering it first. In itself, it's kind of a win for how this round went, but maybe can take a win. No, Ogi-chan closes it out.
Yeah, classic go up, chase him down with the air throw. There is no better anti-air in all of Guilty Gear than an air throw. But Mayumis immediately back in the driver's seat. But a nice backdash into the 5K challenge. And now, once again, Ogi-chan on the offensive, dashes up and grabs, you said it, second best grappler in the game.
I mean, dashed over the 2D as well. And that's one of the pokes that Sin wants to go for usually. But Johnny's dash able to go over, sniped him out of the air. And he's got a lot of meter. Bursted towards the corner, tried to combo off that jump K, but RC keeps the pressure going. Wasn't able to get a knockdown off it though.
Yeah, seeing a lot of tech buttons, but nothing doing. And when it's all said and done, Ogi-chan with a fairly dominating game one there. Mayuma's unable to really get any pressure going throughout that set.
Yeah, a couple of unfortunate situations, like accidentally air dashing themselves out of the corner. But Ogi-chan also has some really good defense. That backdash in the corner into 5K, getting him out of that bad situation. I mean, Mayumas isn't getting a lot after their hits.
Yeah, absolutely. And that comes from Mayumas trying to play in the range where he can outrange Shawnee. Something Sin can do, but it requires special moves. The confirm into the super with the miscancel dash. But Mayumas misses a blitz and is going to pay dearly for it. But a drop from Ogi-chan.
Yeah, I wonder if he tried to input maybe like a YRC or something like that and it came out a little late. It's just unfortunate, but 5D in the corner. No, got a 5D on accident there.
Wow, the scramble ends up in Ogi-chan's favor. Nonetheless, the crouching heavy connects. And just like that, Ogi-chan on set point looking to put his fellow countrymen out of the tournament.
Yeah, just holding down, doesn't want to bet on that beak driver. Nice backdash, taking the corner positioning. Mayuma's tried to do the same thing, but got hit out of it. But there, I mean, you can tell how important that positioning is, trying to mitigate the amount of space that somebody has versus these really big footsie characters.
Yeah, absolutely. You saw the awareness there from Ogi-chan actually punishing the E. It did get a little bit of the calories back, so not too bad of a deal for Mayumas, but a whip bull bash into YRC gets the air throw, and the empty float into the low, into the beat driver, but the combo drops and Ogi-chan escapes, but still stuck in the corner.
Yeah, and doesn't have a lot of calories either, so I mean, doesn't even have a lot of options in this situation. Needs to look for any sort of moment to eat.
Yeah, no, Mayuma's really under duress right now. Gets caught by the far S into the level 3. With the coin, it doesn't matter. It sticks for that long, but Mayumas does escape, but down to the last legs. Still unable to get any calories. Very unable to press the offense. Gets the E, but it's punished by the 6K. The burst is red, and Ogi-chan moves on. Mayumas will be dropping out. Give it up for our Japanese Sin player, Mayumas.
Yeah, absolutely fantastic showing, but Ogi-chan just showed his dominance in that matchup. And that last situation, not getting the knockdown and not being able to replenish the calories really hurt. And Mayumas felt like he had to gamble in that situation and hopefully try to sneak one out and try to use that burst as sort of a way to, like, as a last-ditch effort, right? And unfortunately,
Taxes was needing your refund.
And like I said, my memory not to be trusted.
Yeah, and
so
unlike other players, and this might be a benefit to Excalibur Blaze here, is that he doesn't really play in online tournaments as much as he used to. He'll probably show for like the occasional TNS that they run, right? But overall, he doesn't really play in online tournaments, so these players don't really have that much experience playing against him when it comes to, you know, like that matchup experience. And so because of that, a lot of times their matchup experience comes from offline tournaments and just playing them as much as we can here at events here like Frosty. But I mean, Dawn, I'm sure, is a little stressed out going into this one.
Yeah, yes and no, right? Like if you're Dawn, you locked in third place. Yo, yeah. That's the Boston boys right there. That's my dog. Shout out to Aerodat. Shout out to Massive Ego. Shout out to all my other homies. Yeah, beating the chest right here. Let them know.
Pineapples.
Pineapples. That's my dog. We have Pineapples to watch. Oh, Kobe's not in it.
Kobe's not in it. Just looking at Kobe like, Kobe, why are you not just bumping with us?
Kobe's right in the new Carl Dock now.
No, or he's riding down notes watching that Bang gameplay. Who knows?
Yo, that's true. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. Shout out to every NA bracket, online bracket that's gonna have to deal with a very angry Kobe that is just going off all the food.
Up to 3 days. Fructis Sleek and Shine by Garnier.
Don't worry, Shaq. The General gives you a break, whether it's on your car insurance
or a break from your car acting up.
My leg! Go on without me. We got you covered, Bumblebee.
Oh, my hero.
For a great...
Especially if we see Relius's Astro, that's really going to be the domestic abuse matchup, 100%. Yeah. Never beating the DV.
Bro, this game is ridiculous, man.
It really is. That was one of those ones, like, you could play this game for so long and not see, like, so many Astros. I didn't realize how many, because he has a different animation for every character on the set. You best believe I watched that whole YouTube video.
And best believe we're going to be watching this intro, letting it rock, setting the scene here for losers finals. Excalibur Blades on the Carl Relius on, sorry, my bad. Dawn on the Relius. Oh my god, now I'm mixing them up just like you.
You're welcome, dude. I'm out here corrupting everybody at Frosty Faustings.
But yes, losers finals here. Back to that first of 3 format we saw from winners finals. So a lot more time for these players to adapt, and we're seeing a little bit of that tricky activate, deactivate there with Nirvana once again. But Dawn did manage to find some lucky pot shots on Nirvana in that moment. So we are running very low on that gauge, and because of that, Excalibur Blades is forced to pop that OD, but popped it a little too late there as Ada still deactivated.
20 seconds in, and it's only been
times, and it's gonna take.
Thank you very much. Don actually the one getting the first hit.
All right, there's a knockdown rolling in, trying to get a throw off, but Excalibur Blade says no, we're going to be taking that. And there's the anti-air there from Dawn. Perfect punish. Back to the corner you go. Where do you think you're going, son?
To the corner, my man. Sit down.
Giving his son a little bit of disciplinary action, and now we're going to be seeing the youth rebel as Carl is just going to be bullying Dawn in the corner. Wow, Rally's just takes a beating there on Nirvana.
This game is so cursed, bro. This game is the most cursed thing in the world, and I love it. I love this game.
You got the
so
son
much.
beating up the father while the mother just beats the ever-living hell out of her daughter.
The DV matchup, indeed, indeed. Oh, God.
Yo, call the cops. What is going on?
No. Don't make me start breaking out cop statistics out here. Since we're talking about DV. Oh, man. All right,
and in this game for Johnny, the throw combo is incredible. So that is going to be a really interesting aspect of it, because on layer 1, obviously, throw seems incredible, but if you're going to give this biking character a couple more opportunities to live and try to go throw and he just jumps out, I mean, it's not what you want to do versus this character. So the lockdown already starting for Bread, though. Missed that, I believe. Tried to go for an instant air dash, but didn't get it.
Is that a red Azami I saw get flashed?
No yeah, he'll red Azami. He's a sicko.
That's what I'm talking about. We are playing already, friends. Also want to give a quick shout out, letting the intros run. That is what Frosty Faustings is all about, but now it is time for business. Nice 2H to go under the poke, and Fred being very aggressive. Beats out a blitz that is whipped, but tech buttons for Zwei, and now onto the offensive.
That was such a cool blitz bait, man. Galling into 6K that won't reach. Like, this guy is so smart sometimes.
Yeah, absolutely. That's situational awareness at its finest. But Zwei goes up, but drops the throw combo. Rough drop here for our Johnny player. And the IAD Totomy is in, going to get a knockdown. Do it again, 6K, daring for any kind of throw. Does take the corner, not where you want to be, plenty of meter to work your way out, and we go right back to midstream. Bread relentless in this break.
Yeah, I mean, Zwei's patience is being tested. He's looking for a favorable moment, but Bread did not give it to him.
Yeah, absolutely. Just locking down the pressure, not allowing any meter to be built, and a nice conversion off the Totomy into Kibari, gets the knockdown, and right now, Bread just kind of winning with some mids.
Oh, taking the corner once again, using it as a mix-up this time. But Brad gonna get a conversion into the corner, try to get the tech, but no counter hit on the 6P.
Yeah, wow, got the tech buttons, or no tech buttons, so no counter hit, and Zwei immediately capitalizing, but another uncharacteristic drop. And once again, Fred going right back in with a chunk of meter to play with. The Suzerain into the run. The burst does not connect because of the jump S disjointed hitbox. And Bread on the board, 1-0 in this SoCal showdown.
Yeah, that was a good read from round 1 to round 2, right? Zwei is a very patient player. He's willing to down back quite a bit. So to break that early on, tried to go for a Suzerain while he had a life lead. If it didn't work, you know, whatever. But at the end of the day, it did close out that game 1, and it's going to be something Zwei is going to have to think about going into game 2.
Yeah, Zwei does earn an early burst and punishes the Azami with a delayed point, taking Bread to the corner. Very nice. But a nice up back into the jump as the crouching heavy connects, but no full confirmed. A Kibari also no full confirmed, and we go back to neutral. There, Bread gets a full knockdown.
Yeah. Trying to keep that lockdown going. Nice, close, that's out of the air. Wasn't able to get the conversion, trying to keep the pressure going with the Zwei YRC.
Yeah, kind of an awkward height there to maintain the combo, so another drop for Zwei, but this time keeping the pressure up, holding the corner. Wow, tech into Yosanson RC. Bread says, let me out, I will spin the cash. But thrown into the corner, the level 3 Mistliner. And now setting up the Baka side. Waiting at the Azami. Absolutely pristine from Zwei.
very smart to not to press that button initially. I know they started that gambit, but it's obviously in Johnny's favor. It's a great read from both of them, but Zwei comes out on top.
Yeah, incredible patience there from Zwei, but much work still to be done. Nice snipe with the Mistfinder, dancing around and misdance. He gets caught by the crouching heavy, grabs the air and throws Fred back in the corner. Mistfinder connects a burst that gets punished, and Zwei with the one-hit knockdown.
Late air dash, gets the connect, doesn't get a full combo, but the life lead's looking good, and he does have the levels ready to kill. Coin, level 3. He has to do it.
He has to do it. The Xrd Classic. You can't burst this, my man. Hold this card and see the end. Zwei evens up this set. 1 apiece. I love the adjustment. I love the misstance dancing, daring Bread to go to Azami, and every time punishing accordingly. He has the card. My man has a card on hand. Are you not entertained?
I'm sure Brett has like a deck of them at this point for how many times they play. But he's going to give him one more. Maybe try to add a double to it. We're tied up 1-1. Here's the break point.
Absolutely. And already Zwei forced to use the burst, opts to go and get a little bit of room. And again, that misdancing goes in, gets the 5K. Nice ID, but sniped within the Mistfinder. You'll take that damage. And Autonomy connects, and Bread now on the offensive front.
Yeah, has the meter to boot as well. Once again, going to that Suzerain throw, and in the corner getting an extended combo.
Yeah, very nice. Gets the full knockdown. The backwards, no back autonomy, and gets caught after the air hit, but opts to burst. It's not punished, and Zwei going back in. The overhead connects. Double coin is put on. The pressure is there. Azami is baited. The level 3 Mistfinder, and Zwei looking to close out, but drops the combo.
Yeah, doesn't get the knockdown he wanted. Gets the hit afterwards. I mean, Brett's been sitting on this 100 meter for so long. Trying to do it. Oh, wow, doesn't even looking for the super.
Yeah, absolutely respecting the wake-up options there, so no real effective use of the Bacchus side. And now Bread rushing this down, gets caught with the Sakura, but does not finish the combo, looking for the burst. And Zwei with the challenge 5K is now on set point.
It's not over yet, but I mean, with these margins, that might have been the difference, and Slice Bread is going to have to come up and win some wins here.
Yeah, absolutely. Going back to the corner, trying to hold down that pressure. Nice defense from Zwei, and an excellent snipe with the Mistfinder. Wow, fakes the Mistfinder, gets caught, but Bread not able to confirm or get a knockdown. The Kibari doesn't hit. The jump H is not an air throw. Zwei with a massive life deficit, even without a full confirm from Bread yet.
Yeah, I mean, he's just trying to convert anything into a knockdown, but Brett hasn't been able to find that yet. It was a lot of damage, but now Zwei with the actual control.
Yeah, no has the knockdown. The Azami whiffs have to burst. Bread with no burst on deck, fighting for his tournament life. Gets the grab and takes Zwei to the corner. Again, baits the dead angle with the crossover, but no punish. The Azami on the Mistfinder, the low blitz! And Zwei gets the knockdown, double coins, but drops his own combo. Bread going back in.
Oh, missed something. Maybe an IED. Tried to catch him on the backdash with the Mistfinder, but he lets go of the levels. Rising jump P, trying to find the last hit. The late Tatami closes it out. This is the final round.
Final game, final round. SoCal taking on one another. One moves on, one goes home. Swinot and Bread putting on a show for us. The 2H connects. Tries to reset with the Escobar, nothing doing, but Zwei stuck in the corner.
I mean, these guys have played against each other. You're not going to get that. Escobar easy, makes a read right there and earns the burst for it.
Yeah, gets in with the jump, IAD in, and now Bread rushing down. Nothing doing on the Sakura. RCs to maintain the pressure. Kibari catches, but no confirmed. Zwei trades, and now he's out with a little room to work.
Oh, got a big hit here. Going to be able to carry to the corner. Nice one hit. Yeah, needs to go for the lockdown here. Doesn't want to give Slice Bread an opportunity.
Yeah, Bread does have a burst on deck. When will he opt to use it? Right now, Zwei looking for any kind of bait. Shows a lot of respect, but that lets Bread out of the corner, and now the dance begins. We're looking for any poke, any confirm. A zombie connects, but it's just a knockdown. Bread gets in, gets the knockdown to the corner, and Zwei under duress once more.
YRC keeps the pressure going. Nice block of the Ozansen. Has the burst to keep himself alive.
I got the snipe on the Mistfinder, but the drop! The scramble begins! The grab from Bread isn't enough, and Bread going to take it. Zwei dropping out. What a back and forth. SoCal showing you why they are elite at Guilty Gear Xrd. Give it up for Zwei Not!
I mean, we're talking about somebody who's been putting in the work for the game for so long. I'm glad that it shows off
that
here
will be locking
in
out that early
2026
burst.
at Frosty
So
Faustings 18. So I'm happy to see him go this far. It sucks to see both my SoCal boys go against one another, but one that come out on top. And I want to give props to Bread, by the way. I mean, there was a situation where he dropped that combo at the first round of Game 3, and we're playing with small margins, right? But he was able to close it out. I mean, that could have broken a lot of other players because they know how tense this is. And you saw it in the way that a lot of things got dropped in a lot of ways, that it was just getting pretty scrambly, but he was able to close it out.
And you expect that with two players so familiar with each other. Like you said, you're not starting on layer one. There's so many things going on, so many hard reads being made. But that's what I love about these kind of tournaments, where you get two people that are the best of the best. And if they're doing their job, inevitably they're going to run into each other and you get those kind of amazing matchups. But now, back to business, winner's side, your two-time defending champion, Ray the Warrior, taking on Solstice. And Ray looking for only the second three-peat in Legacy Guilty Gear history at Frosty Faustings.
With no short, I don't want to, like, without hyperbole, I swear to you, I've been looking for this the entire 2025. Like, I've been looking forward to this moment because I knew that this Winners Finals was extremely possible with how good these two players were, and watching them work all year at getting better for this moment. It was literally for here, and I mean, this is one of the biggest sets of the year.
Unquestionably, these are arguably the top two in the entirety of North America, and you can make an argument two of the top two in the world. In EU, everywhere since rollback, the grind has been real. There is no longer a power gap between countries in this game. And these two are paramount to showing you how far North American Guilty Gear has come. Because again, you are talking about someone in Ray with some of the best defense I've ever seen in this series, period. And Solstice taking a character that many wrote off as wheelchair, nerfed into oblivion, and making her look like an absolute tyrant.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where we talk about tier lists and stuff like that, and then we say, oh, these two are broken. But it's only because these two guys are so freaking good at their characters.
It's not the characters that are broken. Yeah. It is these two gentlemen on the sticks, letting the intro play out as you do it, Frosty Faustings. This is what I wait every year for, to call these matches, to be a part of this. And this is massive because we saw it last year. You want that reset in your back pocket for grand finals.
Oh yeah, I mean, it's going to be necessary, especially versus the likes of these two. And getting that early advantage versus your opponent, maybe seeing them in grand finals later on, it'll be a big boon. But winners finals are first to three coming up for you guys. Ray the Warrior versus Solstice.
Absolutely, got to get three to move on. And early on, Solstice draws first blood with the Daro and taking coast to coast. Why does this character always get the corner?
I mean, this Solstice always gets the corner.
You're right.
His conversions are, bar none, the best on this character. It's not even close, but keeping the pressure coming up. Nice air throw from Solstice and already taking a commanding lead.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, any other player in the world right now would be like, dang, this is a rough start. But this is Ray the Warrior, the most unratable player I've ever seen in Guilty Gear Xrd. And again, showing that active defense, knowing when to up back, knowing when to challenge, and already gets in. And Solstice, despite this massive life lead, has a lot of work yet to do. Gets the burst baited, and now suddenly Ray with the momentum, doing what he's done for 2 years straight in this tournament.
I mean, he's just trying to find the way to the ground, but everything's been tagging him, and it was all Solstice until it wasn't. Ray gets one moment and takes the whole round.
You cannot let this man have a breath. You cannot give him the smallest of margins. He will take it. You give him an inch, he takes the whole damn continent with him. And it's so impressive the way Ray does this. Another grab, absolutely in full control. Can Solstice get some momentum back and turn this back on its head?
Definitely possible. We just saw Ray do it, but he finds that hit in the corner. got some meter to work with. You're going to see a couple of these just trying to keep him locked down. The first one will hit a perfect to take game one.
That's all it takes. You cannot give this man that much leeway to work. And that wasn't very much leeway, by the way. Solstice was playing effectively perfect, gets an 80% life lead, and Ray's like, I'm fine. I'm chilling. I'm big happy on this stage yet again. I've been here so many times, but we have a lot of way to go here. Got to get to 3. So Solstice still plenty of time to make the adjustments, to make things happen. But again, Ray with that movement, that active defense, that active neutral, so strong.
Yeah, very nice weight, by the way. Solstice using double summon, just trying to delay the fall, but Ray wasn't committing to anything until he saw him on the screen.
Yeah, and again, Ray already with a massive life lead, has the corner, has some meter to play with. Solstice does finally get a jump in, and now earns the corner with a side swap, and Ray says, I don't want to deal with this, hold this burst, and now immediately back on the offensive using the Ice Spike YRC. Goes up, gets the air grab. He's so good at controlling airspace. And right now, looking to get this first round, and already Ray the Warrior 1-0 in game 2.
Yeah, and this is going to try to double the lead, right? And it's going to be really tough. Once you get down to that circle of decisions, it's going to be up to Solstice to start making leaps in decision-making that you don't want to make versus a guy like this.
Yeah, absolutely. And right now, Solstice just struggling to get that clean hit. Happened so quick and so easily in round 1 of game 1, but since then, unable to get a single confirm, get that corner carry, and start the Ramblefall Blender. And right now, finally a JD connects, but no knockdown, and Ray immediately escapes.
Unfortunately, he was just trying to keep him locked down, so the sword messed up his own combo. But Solstice once again in the corner. Ray doesn't bet on the Ice Spike YRC, but has a fantastic mash. I mean, when are you going to get the opportunity to hit him twice?
Yeah, absolutely. An incredible challenge with that 2P. Such an absurd button for Dizzy. It's not fast, but for a 2P, it goes so far, and it's just impressive challenge. And now, already, Ray the Warrior on match game to punch for the 3rd straight year a ticket to grand finals.
All right, finds the first hit here, bursts at the right time, right in the 5D. But I'm saying, you need 2. Burst makes it so you need 2, and it's been really hard to find the second.
Absolutely, and Ray once again earns the corner. Great defense by Solstice. I do not want to downplay Solstice's defense. Is also an elite defender, but it's so hard to escape. Finally, a jump heavy connects, and Solstice does not have to deal with a burst, can maximize the damage here, and will start the blender. Is Ray's defense on point? Finally gets opened up for the second hit, and this should be enough to close out. Solstice back on the board, 1-0 in game 3.
That's exactly what I'm talking about. Got the second hit and it meant the round, right? But it's Ramblefall, so you get the burst back. It's going to have to do it again.
Yeah, nice air-to-air once again, immediately going to the corner, but that burst is back online. Solstice right now holding down the corner. Another challenge from Ray. Gets a little breathing room, just enough to summon the Laserfish. And now Ray escapes and is pushing Solstice back to the corner. Nice jump to get back to mid-screen.
Yeah, D-Fish trying to catch him. Nice air throw, trying to get away. I mean, just the control that Ray is placing on neutral makes it so difficult for Solstice to even start summoning swords. That's supposed to be her thing, but I mean, Ray always has the tempo here.
Yeah, absolutely. That grab is so unfair. Uses the Laserfish and just runs up and grabs. You're not going to stop that. You're not taking a button there, but Solstice does earn the corner again. Finally opens up Ray, and a burst does not connect. Solstice with the opportunity, has the meter to Guts Crush, and Solstice is on the board. 2-1 here in winners finals. That 3rd game is always the hardest to get, my friends.
Yeah, I mean, it's still going to be tough, right? You're going to have to make adjustments on adjustments. Because when the opponent has a lead in the games like this, you're not just going back and forth, because if you go back and forth one more time, obviously the set's going to be over. So you're going to have to make a couple of leaps here, play a little bit more solid. And Solstice once again finding the first hit. This has been the good part.
Yeah, absolutely. Interesting round start gambit. Ray flash 6P gets punished for it. And now he's in the corner. Finally opts to burst very late. Ray believes he can run this back, and most players, I would be dubious of this, but it's Ray the Warrior. However, looks like it's not going to work out. Solstice with full momentum, up 1-0 in game 4.
The match with the Daro YRC is so smart. When you have a health lead like that, you can spend your meter to start mitigating those positive options from the opponent.
Yeah, absolutely. So Ray trying to just... The air-to-airs right now from Solstice are doing so much work. Gets the confirm into the side B. Gonna take the full knockdown and the mix begins. Of course, Ray will get a burst back here soon. This time, blocks the double overhead. The dead angle is baited, however, and Solstice in full control. Does earn the burst, and now locking down with Trance.
Oh my god, this character's jump is so high, being able to delay your fall as well. Tried that lockdown with Trance, but it just went by the wayside. However, Solstice still in full control of this match.
Yeah, another air grab. Solstice on the verge, trying to push us to the final game in winners finals. Gets the JD, and Solstice, 2 in a row. We have a game 5 in winners finals. Get loud, this is what you're here for. Let's go.
It's every little bit has mattered. I mean, I'm telling you that all Solstice needs is 2 touches, and he's finding them now in game 3 and game 4, game 5. This is the time to make that big adjustment. We're seeing the lead from Solstice, but if Ray can find a moment of his own, it can be over in an instant.
Yeah, absolutely. We know how hard it is to ever make Ray feel on the back foot, ever feel like he's not in a match, and we're seeing it yet again. Solstice is a great start to this round, but now Ray is in. The crossover is good and earns the burst from Solstice, so a strong start for our defending champion.
Yeah, gets out of the corner, sets defense, trying to control the space just a little bit. Nice, gets the 5P as well.
Yeah, Ray stuck in the corner, waiting out that defense. Excellent defense. Does get caught by the sword, but can take that hit and still successfully escape, and now has navigated the corner, trying to get back on offense. Both players fighting desperately for some neutral advantage. Solstice gets in, but does not get confirmed, but has earned the corner.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about, the tempo and being able to be the first to operate. Gets the burst again, the Trance for the Guts Crunch. He's gonna get some of his burst back, but not enough. That's not even a regular blue burst on hit. And this is the final round necessary for Solstice to put himself in grand finals.
Yeah, after that ragged start, Solstice on a run here and is now on set point, trying to punch that ticket to grand finals. We know it's not that easy with Ray on the stick, and right now playing at range, trying to pick the advantage. Nice 6P from Ray the Warrior, takes the full damage, summons in and dodges the Daro.
Yeah, I mean, now it's the situation is flipped, right? Ray with the initiative, with the momentum, and Solstice is the one trying to find some sort of situation where it gives him the ability to take control back, and he doesn't find it in that round. That means we got one more to decide the difference.
I say it every year with this man on the sticks. Final game, final round, winners finals. Let's go, baby. Ray and Solstice fighting for that grand finals ticket. Man, the respect, the overhead connects, and now Solstice has the corner. Gonna be a while before Ray gets that burst back.
Yeah, and trying to get as much damage in as possible. And the bad thing is that he might get his burst back when Solstice gets Trance, and that's not going to be a great time to use that.
No, not at all. The low connect, but the combo is dropped. Ray's still stuck in the corner. The Trance is there, has to hold the mix-up. The overhead connects! Solstice puts the defending champion on the loser's side. We have a bracket, friends.
I mean, you felt the momentum from Solstice. He was making so many correct decisions and finding those moments, but it's so hard versus Ray. I felt like every time that one of those players got the tempo on another, it was so difficult to wrestle it from the other opponent. And so every single time that Gambit in the round start worked in one of those favors, it felt like it led to so much afterwards. Probably on 1 other 2 times where that wasn't the case, but that's the margin we're playing at right now, right? When generally speaking, in Guilty Gear, offense develops first before defense. A lot of fighting games work like that. But when we're going to get to this high level, the difference is going to be that other side, right? So just being able to play that space better than your opponent first is such a godsend, and giving you that initiative, that advantage to take these rounds.
Yeah, absolutely. Don't get it twisted, by the way. Ray's not done. He's just down in losers. And we've seen
recognizing Fuko, all right, maybe isn't ready to tech some of these throws.
Poison nail into the overhead, doesn't confirm it with the meter, but does get the command grab yet again.
What a trade.
Counter assault, finding his way out, using the projectile to cover his side swap yet again.
Jesus, he is so good at just like routing into the corner from wherever he is. Doesn't matter if you use a side swap, quarter carry, whatever you got. And I think this is it. Lock out the purse right here, even though it's not even on the table. Money in the bank. XCal finally puts a game up on the board against Fuko. Yeah, golf clap up. Oh, no. We're wilding out. Yeah. Beat the chest. Got the waifu picture and everything. Yeah.
I mean, come on, guys. You gotta be more excited about Excalibur Blades getting a game here on Fuku with how Fuku has just been getting game after game after game. Excalibur Blades finally starting to show signs of life when it comes to that scoreboard, and now is going to be controlling the very start of this round as well. 30% life remaining here for Fuku. Question is, can we open him up one more time to put it into that critical range? Yes, we will with that overhead. No burst coming out of Fuku.
Oh, yeah. All right. This is looking like a BBCF Grand Finals. We're threatening final game. Yeah. Okay, never mind. Forget I said anything. It's bang time, baby. Oh, never mind. We're out. Okay. Oh, I spoke too soon. Fuko got a corner. Excalibur Blades has the poison on him. Plenty of resources to play with here.
Right, good block so far. Counter assault into Nirvana and Excalibur Blades. Threading a 2-2.
It is. All right. Yeah, one round away from tying this up. One round. XCal has the potential to do something very funny here.
And what is that?
Well, we started an hour behind. I'll let you fill in the blanks.
Saying what would be very funny would be a reset, huh?
Yes. I did
warn
production.
I want to see us reset right now. I want to see Excalibur Blades fight back right now. OG activation running all the way down. Nirvana still here, though. And going to be popping the nails, actually landing against Fuku there. Yeah, using the orb so we can jump up and attempt an overhead. Counter assault in. Covering the airspace completely. Keeping him grounded.
Finally getting caught here. All right, really good defense from Fuko right up till that point. Ew, gets caught with the guy AD back. No big conversion for XCal. Yo, you need this next hit, dog. You cannot afford to get cornered by Bang, and you are on the verge of it. Great mash out. Spend some meter here. No. Side switch. My bad. All right, now spend some meter. Money. There it is.
Be enough.
Spend it. Seal it. What'd I say? I warned him beforehand. I warned production because we were running behind. I'm like, well, you know, it's going to be a Game 5 reset. So plan ahead for that. We'll see if I'm right. One more game.
You want to put some money where your
reset.
mouth is?
I got some cash on me.
You got some cash?
Yeah. I'll bet on Carl. That's a safe bet. I got. Yeah, we shouldn't do that on stream.
Yo, where's the FTC side bets?
On Carl? Yeah. I got Carl. All right. Yeah. Ask Rel if he wants in on this. Oh no! All right. Credit to Fugo though, like blocking it. Oh no! You saw him went for the drive right there. Had to spend the burst.
All right. Rolling right in here. That barrier gauge looking really low, and that burst not in the picture. Excalibur Blades now finally finding the missing key here with his offense.
He's starting to really tighten it up too. Like he was going for more mix-ups, and now it's just like, okay, you're challenging at the right places, so I'm just gonna make sure you don't have the right places.
Right. I think he's messing with the timing, obviously, leaving less gaps for Fuku to confidently press against him. And I think because of that, we're just playing a much tighter offensive game that Fuku isn't quite ready to block the entire way through. Sneaky cross up. And stealing back that corner yet again after taking him out. There's that burst from Fuku coming out here. 10 nails left. We got one seal unlocked. Now Fuku's just been playing the blocking game, and you can see him trying to press, but continue to get counter hit in the process. Excalibur Blades has found it, has found the timing, and let me tell you, Lennox, we have a Game 5 reset on our hands. 0-0 yet again. Excalibur Blades, you can see him.
Yeah! Sigh of relief, son. You did it. We've been talking again.
We've been talking about Excalibur Blades being so emotionless, so locked in.
Yeah.
But you can see that slight bit of emotion seeping in, knowing
when
he
wins,
actually has it.
Yeah.
Knowing he has it, knowing he can second winner against Fuku. We took 3 games there. That was a reverse 3-0.
That was a reverse 3-0. That was not a bingo card. I'm not going to hold, bro. When I went to my head, I said, that's it. I said, that's it. And I love it when I'm wrong. Grand finals. This is our actual grand finals now. And we're about to be in it. Oh, I love that. Early first out.
Side along with him. And that's going to be a perfect throw right there as well. The projectile going to be extending that combo, and now we have the perfect setup here as our plays because that burst was used early by Fuku, denying him that defensive mechanic. We don't have counter assault available to us either, so we have to rely on being able to jump out of the corner or being able to mash out of that corner as well. And Skyward, the way we have been messing with our timing has been able to so much more consistently counter hit Fuku in the process, unblockable, and that is it.
Money in the bank, bro. That might have been the fastest round we've had so far in this grand finals, and Excalibur is looking unleashed right now.
Right, he just got into the driver's seat and he starts to run away with it, pushing all the way down on the gas, no brakes, and that's kind of what you gotta do. You gotta stop Fuku from the start, not let him run around in neutral. You got to swat the fly. That is the analogy we're gonna be running with here, because that is how Fuku has been playing. The way he dances around the screen is just so good, and unfortunately, once he's in the air like this, we've seen how hard it is for Excalibur Blades to actually try and catch him in the process. But it looks like we will be catching him with that air chair, using Carl's movement a lot more often.
There it is. Oh yeah, there's the counter assault. I will say Fuko's counter assault timing has been unparalleled. I don't think it's been baited once.
Yeah. And normally you expect that when playing against Carl, right?
Yeah.
This time Excalibur is not going to be activating Nirvana, knowing that he's going to run right into the bang, finds the overhead, but not actually converting that into a combo. Excalibur Blade setting up that wall in front of him. The Queen is in the way, and the Queen can do whatever she wants, but the King running in with the offensive game plan, and Excalibur Blade's going to be knocking Fuku back on his feet. EA in response to the teleport.
Oh my goodness, that was an incredible reaction. Forcing the burst out again. Absolutely massive, and that should do it. No, he dropped it. Still needs one more hit. Run up throw him. Never mind, dog covers, baby. And for the first time in this set, Excalibur Blades finally takes the lead.
Yes. Here's the thing. He dropped that combo. It wasn't going to be doing a whole lot in the first place. It was a counter assault combo, so it would have been heavily scaled. And they also programmed it so that counter assault combos cannot kill, right? So even though he dropped it, really all he cared about in that instance was, hey, I got the corner back.
True.
That's just one of the few nasty things that we actually yet to see Excalibur Blades do until now, is that, yes, he can combo off of his counter assault.
Yeah, somebody told me that like a year ago, and I almost became the Joker off that. It was kind of crazy. Working on another perfect right here. Has plenty of meter to spend should he need to, and of course that burst. Big counter hit. Yep, force the burst out. Absolutely.
It's always been a counter hit, right? We're not really mixing up Fuku. He's just choosing to press.
And I think that's the adjustment we saw from Excal, right? Like, Fuko was jumping out at the right spot. He was air throwing him. He was pressing him out like when he was trying to go for the reset. So Excal just said, sick, I'm going to keep it tight. I'm going to keep it as tight as I can. And that's honestly what's been winning him here.
Yeah, nothing fancy, right? Play just solid, no risk.
Sometimes that's what you got to do. Yeah, absolutely. Whoa, that was a gnarly run under Fuko. Not ready for the full conversion, though. A little awkward. Overdrive activation. Holds the EA. Right call right there.
That's perfect. Now we have that active flow. Attempting to go for the nails, but Fuku once again always in that perfect spot. And Excalibur Blade's always in that perfect spot with Carl, even though that Nirvana isn't actually hitting Fuku. It feels like we're always putting Fuku into the correct spot for Carl to immediately take advantage of it. And look at him hiding behind Nirvana at the perfect moment when Fuku chose to use that.
Win losers semis.
Yeah, I mean, he played that extremely well. The Escobars were on point in positions where Johnny really can't punish it without doing something crazy like teleports Y, right? So he's placing it in positions where they're only going to be beneficial for the most part, right? Really well placed. And that's the little type of knowledge that you can expect from a player like Brett.
Yeah, absolutely. Gold burst connects, so Brett with a full stick of tension. Nice confirm. Will Ogi-chan opt to burst anywhere in here and try and mitigate the damage? The Eskibari reset doesn't hit, but the follow-up does. And Brett with a massive life lead and has earned Ogi-chan's burst.
Yeah, I mean, he has a little bit of a meter lead. He's going to want to close this out as soon as possible to try to take advantage of this burst lead as well. RC, yeah, going to need one more afterwards. Nice, dead angles out.
Yeah, another tech grab there. We see 2 already. Bread is on point, not allowing those run-up grabs. And just like that, our SoCal Biken is on set point in loser cities.
Gets him with the last overhead with the jump D. Trying to get as aggressive as possible before Ogi-chan gets that burst.
Yeah, this time Esquibari not connecting, so Ogi-chan going in, but the red Azami connects. Absolutely beautiful from Bread. Continuing the onslaught, gonna get maximum damage into the knockdown, and the Tatami pressure, instant. Yozansen connects, and the burst comes back, but now Ogi-chan down to no resources. Counter hit Tatami, and Bread will close it out. Hype for Sliced Bread takes it 2-0. Give it up for our Japanese Johnny, Ogi-chan!
It will be our last time to say it, but man, maybe one more time. But God, thank you so much for the Japanese and all the internationals who came out for this, because it is just makes this tournament feel a little bit more special. And it is partly because of Bozak's connection to Japan. That helps a lot, obviously, but it just gives it a little bit more spice to the event. And I'm really happy to see, especially in this day and age, right, to see more Japanese Ixer players come out to the event. So thank you so much. But Bread really showed the difference in the matchup knowledge and understanding those little intricacies. And he puts himself in losers finals for it, but now it's the run.
Yeah, absolutely. Super impressive. Like you said, big thanks to everyone who has traveled here to Chicago. You know the dedication you need to come to the Midwest in January? Bro, it sucks here. We're all freezing, and I've been here my entire life. So big shout outs to all of you who've come to brave the elements, but we have more business to attend to. Bread is warmed up. That was quick. He is ready to go, but you got to take down the man with 2 belts on his waist right now, looking for a 3rd, and your reward is getting to fight Solstice, needing a reset.
Yeah, I mean, this is, in no short set of words, going to be one of the toughest sets that Bread will have to face, and obviously has the knowledge for the matchup, but having the knowledge and executing it versus this guy is something else. So see how it comes down. Ray just feels sometimes like he's uncrackable, right? But we've seen that with a couple of really good decisions and clean play that it is possible to take down our champion. And it's going to need that type of play, that type of quality in order to move on into grand finals.
Yeah, 100%. You've been talking about it all night. The margins are so razor thin. The smallest, most innocuous mistake can lose you the set when players are this strong and this adept at understanding. And again, these are all players that know each other. They are grinding on rollback net play.
Mains impeccable, even in dire straits. Now running away from Nirvana, cannot afford to be near that puppet, and cannot afford to be locked down.
Oh no. Okay, barrier gauge depleting. You're about to get chipped out. And that is gonna do it. Excalibur Blades 3-0. Excuse me, 6.
The only way to improve is to talk to people and play the people that are as good as you, right? And that's just gonna take people, you know, grinding it out. And these guys have played a ton, especially just in and out, just trying to work on the little bits and pieces of every matchup. And you're going to see that on display right now in just a moment.
I love the showmanship. Both these players turned around, put the hands in the air, and said, y'all get loud. It's losers finals at the most prestigious XR tournament of the year. Our defending champion, Ray the Warrior, taking on Hype for Sliced Bread. Are you all ready for losers finals? Letting the intros rock as you should at every Frosty Faustings. First to 3 wins the right to take on Solstice. Let's rock. All right, Bread gonna draw first blood with a nice air-to-air. It has already earned the corner. Wow, IAD Azami, the call-out of call-outs, and gets Ray's burst very early in this first game.
I mean, to do something like that to 2S, it's gonna definitely play a factor when you're gonna go a little bit longer in a set.
Absolutely. Ray with a nice 6P, kind of evens things back up a little bit. Wow, the jump D connects it, match reigns, and Brett is right in, gets the 6K on the counter hit, and the dash and throw, and right now, Brett looking very warmed up and at a nice life advantage against our defending champion, but it's Ray. You have not won until that life bar is empty.
Yeah, normally the lockdown for Biken's pretty good, especially with meter, but Dizzy has two things going for her. One is the movement, and the other is just being able to get away from Biken, who doesn't have as good of movement as the opponent.
What a confirm off the throw, does earn the burst, so even if Ray doesn't get this round, that is a huge bonus to get in the back pocket, but Brett walks up with the nice anti-air 6P, and Brett on the board first in losers finals.
You like to see that Brett isn't getting greedy in that situation, right? It's not a burst you want to do, but we're playing at razor thin margins like we're saying, so you're gonna give it up and try to give yourself the best chance to take these rounds.
Yeah, nice air dash in, just out of range for the full confirm though, so Ray opts to use the burst, but meets Brett for the air to air, gets maximum damage, but a falling jump S into the throw, and Brett has earned the corner.
Yeah, I mean, without the burst as well, right? Doesn't have the meter yet for any reversal. So, in sitting on 100% meter, just, I mean, the double jump and just delaying the air options, it's been really difficult for for Brett to keep Ray into the corner.
Yeah, Ray not really getting a lot of footing, but just being annoying, using that mobility and daring Brett to overextend, which he's doing a great job of not committing to. Bakes out a dead angle, beautiful read from Brett. Should have enough to close this out. The black beat still connects, and Brett draws first blood against our defending champion in losers finals.
He's navigating around the summons extremely well. He is understanding where he needs to be at every moment before it happens. And that part is giving him a lot of really good situations. But also, Brett tends to be an advantage on meter as well. That usually is what we give to Ray. But being ahead on that meter is giving him a lot of leeway in these situations.
Yeah, you'll catch us talking about burst economy all the time, and don't get it twisted. Extremely important. But even more important from round to round is the meter war. Who is generating more? Who's getting the most out of their meter? Who's able to use it for extensions and pressure? And who has to use it defensively? And right now, Brett has been taking advantage of that, but a nice challenge by Ray. But the Azami connects. Burst save combo. Ray waits. Very smart burst and does escape.
Yeah, doing it on the Tetsuzansen is definitely the place to do it there, but still finds a hit afterwards. Gonna build a 50% before Ray does, though. That's important. Catches him on the jump back. Very nice. And the Dizzy on the Dizzy. Gonna be able to close it out, and Brett's at a really critical point in this set.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, we've talked about it so much. Ray's active defense. He knows when to up back. Finally gets hot for it with the Escobar, and Brett with a dominating lead so far and keeping the pressure on. Nice block on the 5E by Ray, however.
Yeah. And now, once again, Ray able to get the knockdown first, but Brett has been using the Yashikatana really, really well to get him to block something at full screen.
Wow, went for the IAD Todd, and he just crosses over, but does immediately get out of the corner. But the IAD in gets Ray a hit, but now back in the corner once more.
Oh, the cancel the Zeus around the blood, get away from the bubble was so sick, dude. He's so aware of these situations.
Both these players so good at situational awareness. So many Azami. Brett is saying, nah, you ain't gonna get it that easy, my man. And right now, YRC, delaying the air fall. Brett back in, goes for a read, doesn't get it, and Ray connects with the flame bubble, gets big damage and the knockdown. TK Yozansi to kill the fish? That is some matchup knowledge.
I mean, having this meter lead is giving him that opportunity, right? Being able to bet on these situations and keep them safe. It's giving him a lot of leeway, but it hasn't given him the hit in this specific moment, and Ray's the one who finds the knockdown.
There it is, goes in with the grab. That's what Ray's gonna need to utilize more in this matchup. It's how you counter Azami. And now, Ray on the board, and you know the momentum is just an eyelash away from shifting the other way. But Escobar connects again.
I mean, he's using Escobar in places that aren't a little more common. Ray does like to jump back, but he's catching him because he's mixing up that timing just a little bit better than their first set.
Wow, another tech grab for our two players here. So close. Wow, the Azami slam connects, but Ray backs himself into the corner now. Under duress, gets gripped out of the Suzerain. Gonna be a go for the turn? No, Ray opts to burst.
Still met him in the air after the Azami. So good presence of mind from Ray to keep him locked down. Throw back into the corner. Both have a lot of meter, but Brett has the burst. RC on the Rokensogi. Yeah, gets a knockdown.
Wow, with incredible use of Azami and the follow-up gets Brett out of the corner, and now on the verge of possibly closing this out. Goes for the reset, nothing doing. The YRC to get the air throw is stabbed with the jump H. And just like that, Brett 1 game away from ending a 2-year run of dominance from Ray the Warrior. This ain't over.
Oh, it's definitely not over. Not for this guy, but Brett's playing this so incredibly well. But Ray is feeling it out a little bit more as we're going along. I feel like that getting a little bit more out of every single round, and it might come to a head at this point.
Yeah, what a challenge with the far S. They're really good, staggering the pressure, daring Brett to Azami, threatening those tick grabs, and just keeping up the pressure. And Brett suddenly a little gun shy on those red Azamis. That could pay dividends for Ray if this set goes long.
Yeah, got the knockdown. This is like one of the first favorable positions for Ray. I mean, has meter to back up his situation as well. You're going to see a lot of just Ice Spike YRC. He's not even going to get to that point, actually, because he got the hit. And Ray taking a handed first round, something that he really needed in this set.
Absolutely. So hard to see those delayed air dash overheads in that situation. There's so much obfuscation of the animation. So Ray doing what he does best. Again, staying calm, cool, collected. It's so hard to rattle him. Nice air grab from Brett, though, but a grab in return. And now what's going to be the mix from Ray?
Yeah, I mean, just trying to find that space first. Ray not overextending, which is good, but afterwards it feels like Brett's getting better at the neutral situations. Another Escobari, he's making the right reads.
Yeah, absolutely. Brett is playing a little bit on vibes, but still playing that base spike and game plan, using it really well. So Ray has to burst, gets caught by another Arizami follow-up, but the Ice Spike YRC, good shinny there to bait out any potential burst. And Ray trying to get on the board, but gets caught by the counter hit to Tommy. And now Brett in the corner, but drops the combo.
It was really high, and sometimes on some of the characters, it can be hard to adjust the combos on the fly like that. Nonetheless, once again, meter advantage. The first Yozansen as a mix-up, and Ray's on set point.
Yeah, Brett 1 round away from punching his ticket to grand finals. We've seen this from Ray before, down to his last legs. But now air thrown again. Ray on the back foot a little bit, but gets the air throw of his own and now starts the offense.
Caught him out of the air. Nice conversion with the JD as well, getting a bit of extra damage. But trying to meet him in the air, expecting a button. So going for that air Azami. Kabari connects. Back up into the corner. Takes the corner, uses it as a mix-up.
Wow. Nice YRC backdash. Ray does get some advantage. Dodges the Azami, but not the second follow-up of trade. Absolutely in Brett's favor. But a gold burst from Ray. An entire stick of tension to play with. Ice Spike YRC. Bubble comes out, daring Brett to move forward. The fall down. No confirm with the low.
Yeah, has the meter now. Both characters trying to use it to their... RC, keep him locked down. Oh, looking for the right move. Back this way for Ice Spike YRC. That's it for the meter. The connection out of the air. And Brett takes it over Ray and moves on into grand finals.
The man can bleed after 2 years of putting on one of the most hellacious shows I have ever seen at this event. Ray the Warrior finally dropping out in third place. Give it up for this man from Puerto Rico, Ray the Warrior!
Yeah, I mean, it's no small feat for him to come all the way out here as well, so it's always great to see him because he is absolutely one of the best at this character. I would dare to say the guy who made us think differently about this character, right? Because we definitely didn't think this character could be piloted this well, but he showed...
Taxes.
monetization tools. All 27 of Frosty Fausting's main games, pages ready to support.
Grand Finals! Let's go get loud! Let's get this on!
Brett's been feeling good. He's looking good. I mean, he's, what, 5 games straight now?
Yes,
a little bit more than that, actually, because of the Zwei match as well. So he feels like he's in a good position and mentally, motivate or momentum-wise. I mean, who's going to stop that other than Solstice? Who's better in these defensive situations playing against this style of character? I mean, Solstice generally does pretty well versus Brett, but, I mean, they've gone their backs and forth, so having that little extra leeway on the extra set might matter in the end.
Yeah, absolutely. But Solstice, despite being off the sticks for quite some time, draws first blood and already has the corner. And Fred immediately on the back foot. Opts to burst pretty late there. Okay against Ramlethal, because again, you get it back quick, but you're going to want to extend this round for as long as possible.
Nice. Yeah, goes for the throw. You want to exploit his really good defense, right? Willing to down back in a lot of the situations, so we're putting the threat of the throw early on because he's got a long road ahead of him.
Yeah, absolutely. And Red has evened this up except for the burst economy, so lots of meter to play with. Opts not to RC there. Interesting. Wants to keep it for the YRCs, and the stagger pressure gets swatted, but no full confirmed. Both go for an air throw, nothing doing. Kabari clashes, and Solstice goes into the blitz and earns the corner. Blocks the Azami. Amazing defense, and another tech grab.
Oh my god. I mean, but he's going to be insistent on it because you know they're going to work. Gets the air throw, puts him in the corner at the last second. The overhead, the OTG, and gets the kill with the sword, and he doesn't even believe how he closed it out, but that's how close it was.
If that's going to be what every round is like in those grand finals, can someone call an ambulance? I'm 43. My heart ain't built for this no more. But we continue on. Brett getting a nice start here in round 2. Earns the burst from Solstice, and we go back to neutral.
Oh, caught him on the late hit of Tatami, so get it confirmed, pushing towards the corner. This is a good position, especially before Solstice gets his burst back. Gets the Escobar. He's catching bodies with that today.
I cannot believe how many good reads Brett has made this evening with Escobar. It is absolutely doing work right now, and we have an even game here in our first set in winners, or grand finals, pardon me. And now, a little back and forth, getting the pokes in, no big confirms just yet. Feeling each other out, being a lot of respect showing in neutral here. Escobar this time is FD, but still gets tagged, and Solstice heads to the corner.
Yeah, just trying to keep him locked down here. Nice, good patience from Solstice this time, but once again, Brett with the meter lead, and that's going to be big for extending the pressure. YRC tried to find something afterwards. Solstice gets out.
Absolutely, going back and forth. The Tatami connects, but not enough to go. And Solstice gets the confirm, but a good burst by Brett. The Azami follow-up whips, and now Solstice gonna take it to the corner. Brett with no burst to work with. Does have a lot of meters, so options are on deck. The super goes through the overhead, and Brett escapes the corner.
I mean, to expect the reset like that and mash out the super is expert. That is that next level stuff to know what is going to happen and get an option ready for it.
Wow, first time Brett gets the Arizami, opts not to do the follow-up. Solstice doesn't bite, and now, once again, pushes back to the corner. Burst online, gets the cross under with the Azami, and the burst is used.
Yeah, I mean, and he did really well to hold it, right? At the burst moment where it was going to be guaranteed instead of the 5 Ps. Finds the hit, wires heat, tried to catch him on the air. Fares just controlling that space so well and gets the counter hit and the kill, the first round. First game going to Solstice, and I can't believe in this tense of a moment these guys can smile because, man, it is such a tough game one.
Both of them are like, that's how that ended after all that work. That's what we do, strings, and it just connects. Sometimes it really is that simple. And again, the margin's so thin, the error's so massive, but we know Bread is not going to go that easily. But right now, Solstice early into the corner. Wow, what a feint there. Daring Bread to do something, but nothing comes out.
Yeah, but gives up the pressure because of it, and well, kind of find it back, double it up, goes for the second time, and it works out.
Yeah, first time we've seen that connect in this set could be a big thing to have in the back pocket. Having any kind of grab against Viking is worth its weight in gold. And now bakes out the Azami counter, and Solstice in a dominating position here in game 2, looking to go up 1 round. Should be able to close it out easily from here.
Nice.
OTG gets it. At Solstice, already up 1-0 in game 2.
Yeah, he's so good at closing out those rounds, knowing exactly what to do in that situation. He's looking for the round start Fares that Solstice loves to do, and why wouldn't you? It's a fantastic button, but they're both making reads on it.
What a standoff, just staring at the Azami being like, all right, wait for it, and good. And Solstice maintaining the corner, so good at keeping the lockdown. And Bread may not get the burst back this time. One more opening up could get the job done. Wow, Bread steals the corner. Massive movement there.
So the burst is the biggest part of this because Bread does have the meter. It's going to be a scary situation. We've seen Bread react to burst and RC it to stay safe, so it's not even a guaranteed burst.
Yeah, Solstice does up back, gets out of the corner. We go back to mid-screen. Multiple clashes, but the sword connects. Solstice, 1 move away. Did he jump over the super? IRC gets up, back to neutral once again. Solstice trying to find that clutch hit. He gets it, and Solstice 1 game away from a Frosty Faustings championship.
And just understanding that situation really well, the 75% just to get out of that situation entirely for Bread, but the double jump to get away from the throw, knowing that's what people are going to do once they pause it and see people above them in the air. So just really good situation. Solstice getting the Martelli for Pelly, building an early meter lead, and that's not what you want to see as your opponent.
No, Bread has to burst, already down 60% life, but does get the opening up and does get Solstice's burst. That is very important. We have an even burst economy, and we really don't because we know Bread's will come back sooner.
Yeah. Gets the throw into the corner, though. Goes for IAD, the DA goes the wrong way. Rokonsogi RC, but this is out of the corner.
Yeah, has to go back the other way, but gonna earn the corner. Just runs up and gets it. Oh no, a drop from Bread that could have closed out the round. Will Solstice make this hurt? And now going to the corner. Solstice on the verge of setting up for championship point. One more mix-up could put him there. Azami does not connect. The sword hits. The drop puts Solstice on the verge, 1 round away.
I mean, that hurts, but you gotta dig deep right now. This is do or die for Bread.
Yeah, absolute gut check time. Does Bread have the fortitude? Can he navigate that brutal drop and keep himself alive? Right now, off to an excellent start, has a 50% life lead. Goes out of the corner. The jump S into the run-up throw is good. Should get a full confirm here and has lots of meter to work with. Bread closes out. Nice block on the TKO Zonson, but the low connects. Bread with enough, and we go to the final round of game 3. Not done yet. Look at these men having a blast up on the stage. This is what it is all about at Frosty Faustings.
Solstice holding that burst. He understands that it's probably better to hold it for the next one because Bread has so much control in that situation. But Solstice trying to find it here. Gonna get no early burst.
Yeah, what a counter against the Azami. Great work from Solstice. Gets the hit, the burst is gone, and now Bread gonna have to navigate the Ram Blender with only tension to work with. Solstice on the verge. The Azami is baited, but a drop.
I mean, that's so rare for Solstice, but he picks it right back up and has the meter. There's a chance that Bread gets his burst back in this.
And that is it! Solstice is your Frosty Faustings 18 champion, and the homies rush the stage for the first time. Solstice walks away with the title. Give it up for Hype for Sliced Bread. What a hell of a run.
Absolutely. It's every time I talk to Bread, it's eye-opening. I go to him for advice and matchup knowledge because he's so incredibly smart. And to see him get this far, it's just a proof that what he works on works. And I'm so happy to see him in that spot. It's a tough matchup versus Solstice. And you see pretty much everybody on the stage here are people that he runs hella sets with. Like,
right.
These are all of some of the best players at their character in the game, in the world. And they're here on the stage because they all put in the work together to make it happen. It could have been any one of them, but this day, on this Saturday of Frosty Faustings 18, it was all Solstice.
Absolutely. I love seeing the elation, the celebration. This is what it means to put in the work. This is what it means to grind these games. We cannot overstate how damn hard Guilty Gear is. It is an incredibly difficult game to play at any level, but at this level, literally only a handful of people in the entire world capable of this kind of play.
Yeah, and when we think about how much work it takes, I can't believe it. Like, they feel like at a large times when we're thinking about how good these players are, I think so many of these guys are just incredible players, but they're reaching a tier that feels like they're clearing everybody else. Like, they're sitting in the heavens while everybody's just trying to take the staircase at this point.
XVIII released in arcades 12 years ago, and this game is still evolving. Characters are being innovated on, and we're watching that preconceptions about certain characters are not real. For the longest time, everyone's like, Ram's dead. This character's not playable. She can't run game anymore. Well, a man from Tennessee just told you you are damn wrong about that.
Yeah, I mean, it's why I'll never discount a character anymore, because through 2 Guilty Gears, I've seen characters rise in ranks in ways that I never expected, and this game is no different. We've seen characters just get so much development over this time. Just our understanding of the game. I mean, I've talked about it since I've been running through the Gauntlet of Ixer tournaments, just like how much better everybody is at understanding the core game itself. Like, we're just so much better at understanding meter management, at understanding matchups, understanding risk reward. It's changing so much about what we think about the game, and the people who do it the best are the ones who come out on top constantly.
Absolutely. And before we get to our award ceremony, I do want to give a very important shout out. The reason we have this level of excerpt, the reason this game has evolved the way it is because of those who stayed with the love of the game. Pat and Irene keep this game alive. It would not be here without them. Watch Excerpt Tuesdays. Watch Only Mids. You do yourself a disservice if you are not there every week supporting those brackets, because that is why this Guilty Gear is good-ass Guilty Gear.
Yeah, not only Rev Tuesday, but TMN, TXT.
Absolutely.
The list goes on, and we tell everybody where all of the games are going to be at every single week. So, I mean, follow the right people, follow Pat, follow Irene. They're the people who tell us where the Guilty Gear is going to be at. Like I said, when we started Grand Finals, it's not unusual that these guys are top 2 at Frosty Faustings. They're top 2 at Rev Tuesday each and every week. It starts locally and it gets bigger.
Absolutely. That is what the beauty, that's why this tournament exists. Midwest love of Guilty Gear, and now it is an international celebration of Guilty Gear, and it's such an honor to get to watch this every year. And best of all, we get to watch all these players celebrate it, because this was some hard work to get to this top 8. My God.
I can't believe it, man. We all start from somewhere, I want to say, by the way. The Only Mids I'm mentioning is a beginner intermediate tournament. And why I say that is because this is absolutely one of the friendliest to beginner scenes we have in all of fighting games. I don't say that lightly. There's so many people who are willing to help you, but it's going to be a lot of hard work. But someone who's put in a ton of work to have a wonderful tournament is Elvin Shadow, who is going to bring us our award ceremony.
All right, everybody, what a top 8, right? That was some sick excerpt for sure. Some of the finest we've ever seen. Give a big round of applause to all of our top 8 finalists. They all played their asses off. Such good Guilty Gear. All right. So in 7th place, making his Frosty Faustings debut, Taquera from Japan. Also in 7th place, give it up for Kook. And in 5th place, back from his terror from last year, it's Mayumis. Also in 5th place, give it up for Zwinot. And in 4th place, also making his Frosty Faustings debut from Japan, give it up for Ogi-chan! And in 3rd place, your previous 2-year champion still showing a very strong showing, getting 3rd, give it up for Ray the Warrior! And in 2nd place with an awesome tournament showing, give it up for Hunt for Sliced Bread! And your Guilty Gear Exert Rev 2 2026 Frosty Faustings champion, it's Solstice! All right, that's all we've got for tonight in this room. There's casuals, there's karaoke. Go have some fun. The bar's open, and we got a whole finals day tomorrow. Solstice!
Friends, what else needs to be said? I wait all year for this event to come. It is the highlight of my year, no qualms about it. It is such an honor and a privilege to be up here on the stage, calling the best of the best, doing what they do, putting on a show for us. And big shout outs to all of you in the crowd, bringing the hype, bringing the energy, making this job so easy. But nobody makes it easier than you, my brother. It's always an honor and a pleasure. What do you got to say?
I want to say a couple of thank yous first off. It means something to commentate Guilty Gear in the Midwest. This is a historic scene for this game, and it's been for multiple decades now. The other thing I want to say is that Bozak putting this game on the spotlight every single year was important to me, somebody who started with the game when it wasn't. And it was the tournament that really showed off how wonderful this game could be, and it made it important for me to work at my own craft on the game itself. And it made me dedicated to this game. A tournament like this is what made it happen. So thank you guys so much for joining us, and it is something else to be here. It really is. I'm only here because people want me to be here. That's it. The love that people show me from this scene is too much, and a lot of the times I feel like it's gonna make me explode, but I can't be happier today. So if I got one more thing to say before I gotta close out the day, it's love your life, be good to one another, and play some motherfucking Guilty Gear!